it's a Jewish person or a Muslim person or a Hindu person, why you're forcing a Christian? Would you like it? Would you like it if Muslim forced their views on you and said, "No, don't eat pork. You have to not eat pork. It's not good for you. It's healthy not to eat pork." Now that could be medically true also, but it's none of their business, right? It's none of their business that you should not eat pork. Or let's say a vegetarian says, our religion say you but eat vegetarian. It's healthy for you. And now force you to eat vegetarian. It's none of their fucking business.
So listen, I believe in AB if the mother's life's in danger. But what I don't like is AB being used or abused as a form of birth control.
Well, number one, people aren't doing that. And number two, it's not our decision to make. If someone chooses to do it that way, then someone does. Because hold on, let me finish, David. I know you always chomp at the bit when I talk. So I want you to think about this, Trump. Just because some people might be doing that, does that mean we penalize the other 98% of the people that aren't doing that?
How do you know it's 98%?
Okay, let's say 80%.
First of all, that's not true.
I need to hear answers. I'm going down a path. So I'm going to ask him another question. So Trump, let's say it's 80%. So 80% of the population is doing it the right way. 20% of women use it as birth control.
So is 80% of the population out committing murders?
And again, that's not what we're talking about. Now you're pivoting. Now we're talking.
Don't use that word, sir. Use unalive.
And I want you to answer the question.
Is the majority
Do we penalize the 80% of the women that are using it the way you think it's appropriate because 20% of the women aren't?
You call it penalizing.
Well, yeah, because you're telling a woman that she doesn't have the right to her own body because of the 20% of the people that you think are using it as birth control.
Right.
No,
When I'm done, please. So, Trump, is that what you're saying? Because I want you to think about this.
Yeah, I think that there should be some kind of control on it, regardless of.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you think we should get rid of alcohol in America? Because you know what? I don't know if you're aware of this. There's a huge portion of the population that become addicted to it. And are you aware of how many people, unalive people, while under the influence of alcohol? So those people that are doing that, we should penalize the people that are responsible with it, right?
To say that it's a less percentage to do it because of the reason I say, and because of that, don't control it, is like saying, well, you know.
But you didn't answer the question.
80% of the population.
You have the philosophy that if some people are abusing it, that's justification of telling the rest of the people they must comply. I want you to be aware of that, Trump. Trump's America. I want you to be well aware of what you did. You said because there is a portion of women that you feel are abusing AB, that all the other women should not be allowed to have an AB, right? Is that what you believe?
No, but that's just a lie.
See, guys, everybody jumps in, then he pivots, and I don't get a fucking straight answer. So I want you to tell me. Is that what you're telling me? That the few must dictate for the many?
If that's what putting controls on it ends up doing, then yes.
Okay, so then you will understand when we want to get rid of firearms in America, right?
I think Dolphin wanted to talk.
No, Dolphin, don't talk yet. Yeah, Dolphin's smiling. She knows what I'm doing. So you're okay with us getting rid of firearms in America then, right? Because what did you just say? Because not only are some people abusing them, those people that are abusing them are unaliving people. So it's the same thing as what you just said.
You're in favor of us doing away with the robbery law.
No, don't pivot. Don't pivot.
There's no way he's going to answer this one. I got him. I put you in the box, and you don't want to answer. I know what I did. This is why I'm the host. I know exactly what I did to you.
Put him in the corn box.
But I ain't going to admit it.
Because I used your logic. I let you explain to me how you justified it, and then I used it on something that you don't want to get rid of.
Look, I won't admit it, though.
I know you won't admit it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's fine. All right, get Dolphin. That's all right.
And then me after that.
Okay, yeah, Dolphin.
Then me.
Then David.
I just want to say
All
one
right,
thing.
that's how
though.
you do it, people. But good. All right, Dolphin, good.
I just have one thing, though.
Thing of beauty.
Excuse me. There are multiple states right now that are pushing legislation to charge women with the unalive penalty for doing that. So when you sit there and say that you wish or you want to make sure or whatever that women aren't penalized, that is currently what they're trying to do.
I listen. I don't agree that it should be a criminal charge. That's ridiculous.
But that's what they're trying to do.
I think there needs to be some controls on the number. I don't want to say what my career is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Number of ABs that a female can have.
There's a what? A safe
They're
number?
elective. That's my belief.
See, this is the problem. You're saying things that are not true. And you know how I know it's not true? You're saying that AB is used as controlling, right?
No,
as
that because some females.
Okay. But what is the percentage of people doing AB in 1970?
Oh, hell, I don't.
Sorry, 73, when it was legalized, sorry. What's the percentage of people doing AB in 1973?
I don't know.
All right, hold on. So real fast, Sherry, please don't do all caps. You're not a mod, but you know what? If you guys truly want to protect the unborn, let's actually start protecting them. How about we make sure every woman that's pregnant gets prenatal care free? How about she gets to go to the hospital no matter what complications, free? When that child's born, that child gets nothing but free medical coverage until they're 18. That child, we make sure that child gets fed. So we make sure kids get fed breakfast and lunch in school. You don't opt out.
Daycare. Don't forget daycare.
If you want women to have children, make it fucking pretty it up. Give them a reason. Yeah. Don't fuck them the second that child's born. Stop being a birther.
Yeah.
You want to be pro-life, be pro-life. Stop being a pro-birther.
I don't want to be driving down the road and see a sign that says, such and such abortion clinic. You make them, we scrape them. No fetus ever beat us.
Okay. When you say,
right on, Simone. Thank you.
Okay, Trumper, this is the problem I have with you. When you say women of America are using it for birth control, this is the problem. In 1973, let's say the population is about 220, and let's say it's about 20%. 2020, the population is 330 million, and the AB percentage is 10%. So not only the population is bigger, the amount of people doing it is dropped. So your argument is throwing a face of it. If you said if the percentage went up, maybe even though I didn't agree with you, at least your argument has some logic to it. You are arguing on something that is not going up, is going down. Women are not favoring AB. They do it not because they do it. They do it because of necessity, not because they want to do it as a birth control.
So you say that there's no woman out there that uses it as birth control?
No, I'm sure there probably are some.
This is the Trump always says, "Oh, Jerry, do you know any person undocumented did not commit a crime?"
But I understand the few.
There is no zero.
Do not dictate for the masses. Just because a few people abuse something doesn't mean everyone has to pay the consequence.
Japan is the safest. Japan is the safest place.
If you recall, that's how we got on firearms.
If you go to Japan,
if you want to use that about AB, then I think we should use the same exact logic you're using about firearms.
This is a stupid argument. If you go to Japan, one of the safest places in the world, and if you like left your wallet on the middle of the train station, right?
It would be there.
99.9% you'll get your wallet, but does not mean 100%. There'll be one moron, maybe you, coming to Japan and said, "Oh, free wallet, let me take it."
Well, if nobody's watching, yep.
No Japanese will take it.
Yeah, but not every culture's like Americans. We are greedy.
When they had the tsunami,
we would steal from our own mothers if we could get away with it.
When they had the tsunami, nobody broke into anyone's houses in the tsunami. Not even one.
That's awesome.
All right, I want you to think about it. And then we had the fires here in California. People came down with a fake fire truck and outfit so they could loot.
Now, does that mean there's no crime? You know, majority of criminals in Japan are who? Mostly foreigners are criminals in Japan. Majority of petty crime I'm talking about. Pickpocketing, taking stuff from the shop, shoplifting, unfortunately are foreigners, not Japanese. But the Japanese don't say, "Oh, we don't want these foreigners to come to our country. They're always, doing crimes and all that stuff." Can you imagine? The Japanese says, "We don't want Americans coming in because they only unalive our women, grape our women, and steal."
That's right.
Can you imagine they say that? Because they don't do it. 70% of their crimes when they do it are non-Japanese. So can you imagine they say that? They don't even say that because it's wrong to say that. They're smart enough to know we should not say that because human beings are human beings, right? There's not like, "Oh, I'm white, you're yellow, you're black, so therefore you must be more criminal." Right? They're smart enough to know that is wrong. But for some reason, you guys are not evolved enough to know the difference. Right?
Well, we know the difference, but we have an opinion on it. You don't like the opinion. Our opinion might be.
This is the answer already. I rest my case.
Our opinions you may not like our opinions, but it doesn't mean that because we have a different opinion that that it's because we don't know better.
But your opinion is being
but your
forced
opinion
upon women.
is being opposed upon other people. Like my opinion is not. You see the difference? My opinion doesn't affect other people's lives. I'm not telling other people what they should or shouldn't do. Your opinion does. Your opinion affects other people.
Can I say something as a woman?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah,
Zoo, go ahead.
yeah, please do.
I've had 3 children, 2 at one time. I've had twins. But I'm just saying, if a woman is put in a position that the pregnancy or whatever resulted, regardless, even if they wanted the pregnancy at the time, sometimes there's tubal ligation,
Right.
sometimes there's complications, rape, whatever. It should still be that woman's choice. Because at the end of the day, and even a doctor's choice, like, okay, you're going to die if we do not.
Unalive. Hey, David, make sure she uses the right words.
Unalive.
Please, use unalive.
It's all right. It's all right.
If a doctor says, like, it's going to unalive your life, and your fetus right now is now growing in your tube, we need to, like, what are the choices here, right? Whereas in Canada, like I said, like I've had one child at the age of 16. I've had 2 children at the age of 22, and I've had a full-on hysterectomy. And all of this has cost me $0. Not 1 cent. So, but I'm saying, women need these choices. It's not just about using it as birth control. It's about also making them live. So. Well,
and way back when.
Hold on, I want to say one thing. Let me say one thing.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. No. I just was waiting for her to take a pause. So she talked about a hysterectomy. So you hear how she had that one done? In America, a woman would have to get her husband's signature to get that.
Not in Canada. I did that.
Not in Canada.
But I think that's state by state. I don't think that's how it is in every state.
No, it's all the Bible Belt. The Bible Belt.
Be aware of the fact that if it's one state, that's one state too many.
Right.
And that's why the federal government dropped the fucking ball and allowed states to make these decisions when they shouldn't because they're not capable. The last time we allowed states to make decisions like this, people were being bought and sold as property. And we still didn't learn our.
You had a civil war over it. You had a civil war over it.
Right.
There are certain things that human rights you do not do state laws.
When you talk about civil rights and civil liberties, That is the federal government's job to make sure every fucking person has the same rights so that no matter where you are in America, your rights are intact. And that's where Americans have dropped the ball these days. They forgot what the fuck it means to be an American and what that means and the freedom of America.
Can I also add to this?
Yes,
the
please.
reason for my hysterectomy.
I'm sorry, Sharon. I'll make sure you do.
That's okay.
I wanted it was because I had tennis ball size fibroids and I had to wear the pins every time I got my period and was in so much pain. Then when they fully cut me open and figured all that out, they sent all that for testing. Thankfully, nothing cancerous, but they also found full-on endometriosis on my bowel, on my kidney, on everything else.
Oh, that's brutal.
They scraped all that away, and I am living my fucking best life right now. Not gonna lie.
Good for you. But what I was going to say is that, I'm sorry to jump up, but the Supreme Court, way back in the day, they sat down and figured all this out. And they called it decided law for a very long time because they were very smart when they thought about it and they said, okay, we have young women who are doing this with coat hangers and whatever. They're very desperate to not have these children. And they're going to do this whether it's law or not. They're going to do it. You can ban AB, but you're not ever going to get rid of AB. You're just going to get rid of legal AB.
Exactly.
And so here's the thing. What would happen if you made it illegal? How are you going to enforce it? What are you prepared to do to a woman to make her carry a child to full term?
I think it's unenforceable.
Exactly. So why even interfere?
Unenforceable.
Why even interfere with it? Let these decisions stay between a woman and her doctor, a woman and her husband, or a woman and her boyfriend, whatever. It doesn't matter. It has no effect on anybody but that woman and her life. So let it be like that.
100%.
I constantly hear all of the MAGA always going, I just don't want it shoved in my face. I just want to be left alone. Me, I. You know what? That's exactly what every single other person in this country. Women, we just want to be left the fuck alone. People of the LGBTQIA plus community just want to be left the fuck alone.
They just want to live their lives. Right. They just want to be able to live their lives. Right.
Yeah.
We're helping you get to that point by getting rid of DEI.
No, they didn't ask for your help. Do you hear yourself? We're helping you. Who the fuck gave you the right to help other people?
The A-team.
The A-team.
Right? I mean, hear what you're saying. You literally are saying, we are here to make sure you do what we think is the right thing.
The reason you have DEI...
That's not America. I'm telling you, that is not America.
The reason they're DEI, because you had 200 years to do the right thing. And instead of doing the right thing, you did the opposite. So basically, the system is saying, we can't trust you.
I'll hit that 380.
You can't trust you to do the right thing. So we have to make a portion of people to guarantee them jobs, if they're qualified, obviously. But we have to keep aside a certain people that will, so that it will not only be white people. Because we can't trust you to do the right thing. Meaning you hire people based on their qualification alone. So they have to keep a quota. Because they only recently did a test, Stanford did a test, right? That they showed applicants their jobs. And the only thing they did was change their names to, a whitey name, to a black name, to a Asian name, whatever it is, just change the name. The qualification is the same. And if you're whitey, you 100% got the job. If you're African American woman, 10%. So the qualification was the same. The sex and name, you just change it. What is the difference? That means they were showing that you couldn't be trusted. That's why. That's why they had to put a quota over there, because they had history of not doing things that's supposed to be right.
It's not just that, though. I mean, you've got a lot of YT people that like to pass things down to their friends, or it's their family, or they went to college with somebody. It didn't matter if they had the qualifications. It was just that they were good buddies or family or something like that.
I just also want to say, too, myself, like my daughter was in dance, okay? And she has had a lot of gay men that were her instructors. And we went out and did fundraisers, and we did so much things. But he said, I'm going to come to the bathroom with you ladies because I just feel more comfortable. 100%. Come on to the bathroom. Like, I don't care, right? Even though he was a man in a women's bathroom, don't give a shit. Like,
doesn't matter, right? Who cares?
Exactly. Like,
You're dismissing the other minorities, or in this case the alphabet people, as you call them. It's in your detriment. Back in the day when the Germans did that to their minority, guess what? They went to America and made the bomb. Whenever you dismiss people, right, you are the one who is suffering,
boom, boom.
not them. Boom boom. Right? When England needed to decipher the Enigma message code, it was an alphabet person who invented the computer to defeat the Swazi's Enigma code. It wasn't a straight guy. It was an alphabet guy, as you call it. Everyone contributes everywhere. When you dismiss a certain people, you are weaker for it.
that's what I mean.
You are the loss, not them. As a nation, you are the loss. The reason America was super and strong is because of their collectiveness of taking all the smartest people of everyone. They didn't care your race, your sex, your orientation. We take them all, and therefore you get all the smartest people, and that's why you're built so strongly.
Ringo
Right?
treat.
Has it reached 200 yet? Yep, it reached.
Yeah, boy. All right, I'm going to give him
It's because I'm here.
a little dog
That's why.
biscuit. I'm going to give him a little dog biscuit, actually, a small one.
You see, look, I bought you more votes.
He heard that.
See?
He said, what?
You
Did I
needed
hear
the
dog
Republican
biscuit?
to bring you more votes.
Ringo, you're gonna get fat tonight, buddy.
Well, he ate his entire.
I do.
He already
I
ate
love
his
what-
entire carrot. So
I absolutely love what Lovey-Dovey wrote down here. Exactly. Women of color sent men to the moon in the 60s.
Yep.
You're 100% right. 100%. They had computers, but they couldn't rely on them. They weren't reliable enough back in the day. Even though they had computers, they weren't reliable.
Well, listen, it's been, I appreciate what you guys are, I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate how you ran the live, and I'm glad I'm still up here. I do got to go, but,
here you go.
you
buddy.
know, if you could follow me or I'll follow you
follow
back,
me,
and
yeah,
I'll be able to
follow
come up on your,
Yeah, you come back
now
every
that
day.
I
Come
know
back.
you guys
You're more than welcome
are
to
at
come
least, now that I know you guys are straight on immigration and AB, then I can come back and we'll take it from there
Yeah,
on the next one.
I'm down. You're more than welcome to come back. You were definitely. I appreciate you being respectful, and you know, it's important, right? You know, we're all in this together. We're all in this together.
And the A team sent me a text message that he low key voted for Trump.
I knew it. I
Vote
knew
for
it,
Trump.
David. Yeah.
I can't vote for Trump. Right.
Are you regretting?
I know. Wait. Yeah, right.
David, how did you make that happen? How did you vote?
Yeah. Are you regretting that decision?
I illegally came to your country and undocumentedly voted for Trump.
That's right.
I'm
There
not-
you
I'm
go.
not-
Your
I'm not
undocumented person voting. It was me. I undocumented voted for Trump.
I'm not. Well, you see, you are the poster. You are the poster child for deportation in that case.
Oh, stop it. Come here. Sit.
And are you
Hey, so
regretting
listen,
that
I'm not
decision
regretting-
this minute?
I'm not regretting it, but I can tell you that there's in my book there's already been one strike, and that's been and that's
Gaza?
been well, yeah, that. But he funded AI. He did a money $50 billion for AI, the single most threatening thing to the so-called middle class worker, which is what he ran.
Oh man, are you kidding me? You got to stop that, man. Don't start me on AI.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, we should be embracing AI. We should allow all those jobs to go away and let AI do all of it, because I don't know if you realize that it will embark us on a new era, because capitalism won't be the same, because with 95% of the population on the planet not working, that means nobody has money, and that means the wealthy cannot exploit us anymore. We'll have to come up with a new system of how we're going to survive, because no one will need money, because there'll be no jobs to get it.
Well. I'm not ready for the apocalypse.
That's not an apocalypse. I don't know. Have you ever watched? Come on. You ever watched? Starfleet? There could be a new era of enlightenment where we can work on ourselves and we can help the planet. Right,
for me, it was Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Yeah, me too. I'm fucking 58. I saw the black and white Star Treks.
Well, and you grew up watching One Atom 12 and Squad 51.
All of them. All of them.
I got a question for Trump before he leaves.
Yeah.
It's my standard stock question for all MAGA. And you said you're not MAGA, but I'm going to ask you this. What did you think of the salute that Elon gave on that stage?
He did it on purpose. He did it for a reality show moment.
You think that's acceptable?
No, it didn't rub me right.
Okay. Fair enough, right? I mean, right. He fucked up. And he did it a second time with power and passion.
Yep. He meant that shit.
He was meaning it. He was like, I've waited my whole life to show the whole world. Right? I mean,
about you, but if I supported someone
that was felt around the world.
I don't know about you, Dogman, but if I voted for someone and after 2 weeks I'm already thinking of some regret that I voted for this someone, I think that already says you that I probably voted for the wrong person.
Yep.
Well, and with that salute, I asked a friend in Germany that seen that salute, and they were appalled.
Oh yeah.
The salute.
In Germany, you go to jail.
My mom.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Mom,
yeah, that's illegal there, man. He's screwed for that shit.
My mom is Jewish. I didn't tell her anything about the video. I said, here, Ma, tell me what this looks like. I gave her the phone. She threw my phone across the damn room.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're living in times that...
Dolphin, was your mom a Trump supporter?
Yeah, that was a bad day. That was a bad day.
It was a sad day for America.
Not my mom, but my brother is. And I don't.
You should show it to you. You should show it to your brother and get his response.
Yeah, he probably thinks because he watched nothing but Fox News. He thinks that CNN is a communist network and some other shit. So,
hey, my heart, how you doing?
I have a cousin like that.
My heart, how you doing?
Dolphin, tell him to watch CCTV.
Hold on, I want
That's
to see if my heart's asleep. She might have fallen asleep. My heart, you there? And that is a fall asleeper.
Hey, so I gotta go, guys. But Dogman, follow me, and or I'll follow you.
Yeah,
too.
follow me. Yeah,
hopefully we can.
Well, listen, if you spend 1 penny and buy that heart up at the top, when I go live, it'll notify you.
Yeah, you need to make me a mod because
you got to come back more than one day.
Because the 18's a little out of control.
You're gonna have to come back more than one day.
Yeah, but I need to control the 18 on the next one.
Hey, I'm Rubber Ducky, and I'm not even a mod.
Sometimes I need the help.
Come back and see us, Trump.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Could you imagine if I had Trump as a mod? Yeah, Trump's the mod. Fuck no.
Hi, guys.
Hell no. That would cause a mutiny.
Hey, Paulo, how's it going?
Going good. Hey, so about like the salute that you guys were talking about.
Sure.
Personally, I didn't do the research, and obviously it's kind of like a trust me bro kind of thing, because one of my really good friends said that once he saw that and that he was like, oh no, I was giving my heart.
Yeah, it was
right?
bullshit. Right. Yeah.
So he was like, I went down the rabbit hole and apparently there were tea groups, or well, the
Right.
schmazzies,
Right. We know. Yeah.
that traveled to South America after to escape, and that basically they like formed their own little group, and that was their new salute. So that it is exactly what he did. So it was like a kind of like a
We know. We saw what he did.
yeah.
We know.
Right. So that exactly was their salute for their group in South Africa.
Awesome. That's just bullshit. There we go. Right.
Not good.
See, they had Swazies in South Africa.
Right.
I mean,
There is.
they still
Well,
do.
we know there are. You know, his fucking.
Yeah, I'm talking about
there.
apartheid. I'm talking about apartheid day. The
Yeah.
leader, the leader had their flag was a Swazi-like flag, and they did the same thing. They did the my heart to you salute. I remember because I used to watch. They were unaliving each other, and they says if these people get the majority, we're gonna have a civil war, and we're gonna annihilate them. It was crazy. They were shooting kids, unaliving them, and the South African president at the time thought Mandela was lying when they did an investigation and find out that his side actually were unaliving, South African kids. He had to back out and make he had to tell Mandela he was sorry. And Mandela was like, sorry, you are unaliving kids. Sorry will not do. They nearly broke down in peace talks because of that. And the good thing that...
Look at that.
Oh, Dogman.
I've been marinate that since the beginning of the live earlier today.
Oh,
What
I
is
cannot
it?
wait. And got my wok. I'm all ready.
it's Chinese.
It's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sweet and spicy beef.
Oh,
Nice.
And
I love beef. That's why he's showing it to me.
that's why I'm showing, because I know he loves beef.
beef,
And I've been
dude.
marinating that shit, dude, for hours.
The beef.
It must when it cooks, that smell must
Oh,
be
dude, I
Baba
can't
Mia.
wait. I used
So,
my
yeah.
chili garlic paste in it, too. Oh, I can't wait, dude.
yeah. The reason why I bring up
The Dogman, when you come to Hong Kong, you're gonna have 5 meals in Hong Kong.
I can't wait.
You're like, forget the 3 meals. I want 5 meals. I want to try this. I want to try that.
I'm Italian. We sit down. We do the 10-course meal. I got no problem. I'll sit at the table for fucking 5 hours.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
then say, bring me some coffee. Where's the dessert?
No, doesn't work like that, Dogman. In Hong Kong, you eat fast.
No, I know.
You know how you go to San Francisco, eat and move?
Yeah, that's what I do, right?
That's how it is in Hong Kong.
Chinatown. I told you.
Yeah, that's how it is. They'll put you with some stranger.
You've been sitting at that table for 20 minutes. We need it. Let's go. Eat that.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be sitting, if you're sitting some pretty lady, you want to chatter, you can't. You need to move. No chatting with no pretty lady.
Chatter up out front. I know. It's so true. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just knew he'd love to see that.
Well, I was just gonna say the reason why I always bring up that salute. To me, that's the dividing line. When they saw that,
That was
they
it.
should have picked a side.
Actually, I don't know how they didn't pick a side.
Right. I mean that should have been it right there.
Like, that's it. He did it. Here's the side.
And then nothing happened. And then they all just doubled down and still supported them. I couldn't believe it.
After Elon did what he did, I understand what his first wife said in the book, that there's a dark side of Elon that nobody knows about. I think we figured out what she was talking about now.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, I already told you. All his kids all have conditional love. If they don't do what he says, he doesn't love them. Look what he did to his one transgender child. Unalive.
Yeah.
My child is unalive.
He blames the Democrats for it. That's why if he turned from a Democrat to a Republican, because of that.
I know.
That's the thing that turned him. Two things, to be fair, two things. Biden not giving him the respect of having an electric car because he gave all the other cars invitation to the White House for the EV summit and didn't invite Tesla, so he felt snubbed. But the main thing, the last straw, was his daughter becoming transgender.
Yeah, because Elon was a California guy before that, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's always supported Democrats.
Yeah.
I know you said Tesla, but it sounded like you said that slut, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I meant Tesla. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. You see, if you don't know me, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk.
And I can't stand that he is.
And for me to, for even me to hate him this much shows you how much he's shown himself. Because obviously before he never showed it, he never said it. He kept it to himself. And I feel ashamed that I even admired this guy.
David, I'm sorry that he became a villain for you.
I introduced him to the villain.
Well, I don't think we should ever idolize billionaires.
I agree.
Personally,
I think we should eat the rich.
No. You don't understand. I've known him since 2002, when nobody even knew who Elon Musk was.
Was he still?
That's how long I know Elon Musk.
Yeah. Hey,
Sorry?
everyone.
No, that time he just started SpaceX and Tesla, and not many people knew who he was back then.
No, I'm saying at that point, was he already a multi-millionaire?
No, you're a millionaire, but not a billionaire. He was maybe worth maybe 70 million, 80 million, something like that.
That's crazy amount of money.
What?
Yeah, but compared to these guys, that is like peanut money, honestly.
I know, but
in today's world, if you don't have a billionaire, you're not in the oligarch. You're not a rich in today's world means you have to have $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Less than that, you're upper middle class.
Your head and makes you a messed up person.
I can't dispute that.
What's concerning to me on this is that no Republican figure has really explicitly denounced Musk. We've questioned his legal authority to shutter a government agency, right?
Well, no, they're terrified.
There are senators and congressmen that have said they would restrain him if he oversteps his authority.
Well, maybe because they agree with it. They don't believe in those programs. So, it's not programs we like, so hell with it. If it goes away, it's not our program.
Could be. Definitely could be.
Interpret it.
Yeah, because I don't know if fear, because even thinking back to I don't know, the beginning of the comparable situation in Germany, I doubt that people, even still at this point where we see things moving, we see things happening, they wrote out the blueprint, we heard the blueprint, people are still well, I mean, if it's against the law, someone's going to intervene, right? Someone has to do something, but then it's just kind of everyone's pointing fingers. Are you going to do something? Are you? And nobody's actually doing anything.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, A-Team. But even look at the Republican senator of Maine, Susan Collins. She's pretty conservative, right?
I was gonna add to it. Either it's that, or they're waiting for something that's worth fighting for. But my argument is, if you wait too long, by the time you think something's important to fight, you don't have the power anymore. Maybe there's too many things have too many safety barriers or rules of regulations have been broken already. It's too late.
You're preaching to the choir. The time to fight is now.
I was literally just going to tell David I don't think you were done with what you were saying, and when he hopped in, so.
I think you're absolutely right, Patriot. I think if we don't do it in the next month or two, it might be too late after that.
Yeah. Which is terrifying. It is terrifying to think that like all of this is happening. Like, I mean, I know we're not supposed to talk about GAZA here, but my God.
Well,
like the fact that we're just
yeah.
it breaks my heart. I can't even fathom what's about to happen to them.
Disgusting.
My worry is, it's only been 2 weeks, right? Let's say Trump, has no pushback, and he goes peacefully. Even he leaves 4 years from now, he'll put so much damage. By the time we get a next president, it won't be the same America anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or he
And the world, for that matter. This is not only America; the world is changing also. By the way,
this is part of his plan to show his power. Like beat his chest, and these things, hopefully, won't come into fruition. But
yeah.
I have some bad news. Nevada dairy herds have tested positive for bird flu. DD1 is a new strain virus, a link to 2 severe human infections. So it actually came from a human. It infected a cow in Nevada. This is the first time I heard Nevada having cows having bird flu.
Yeah, I've been a vegetarian for a really long time, so I think everyone
TV
should move to this side.
My TV says Americans buy chicks amid egg shortage. Yep, I figured that was going to happen.
Sharon?
Little chickens, baby chicks.
And
so they can grow in their home.
Know how to take care of them, and most of them will not make it. I've seen this happen before.
Chickens are hard to take care of.
Yeah, you got.
Should we, Dogman? Shall you do a live? Should you do a live to teach the American public how to look after your chick?
Yeah.
No. I think let them burn.
I mean, here's the problem with people. People need to understand you need to research and learn something before you do it. I see people buy animals and they say, how do you take care of it? Maybe you probably should have done that before you bought the animal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like, could they research and learn something before they vote too?
Well, yeah. You would think that's pretty self-explanatory, right?
You would think. You would think.
Did anyone on our live right now? Did anyone have to cut off communication with a loved one or friend or anything because of the election?
My best friend from high school no longer talked because me and him almost went to fisticuffs the last time we were together.
No,
my brother.
I never told anyone.
We were friends since high school, so I was friends with him.
I've only told Dogman this.
Finish.
Hang on.
I've only told Dogman this. I don't talk to my brother because of this.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of family in Terre Haute, Indiana that no longer speak to me.
Good riddance.
Unfortunately, I have 2 reasons why I don't talk to my brother, but one of them is that.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. You bring up a good point. I think, sad to say, that's not the minority. It's the majority of Trump voters. And it's unfortunate.
So in the chat, Terry Estrada said chickens bring rats. So that's something.
That's not true. That's not true. Chickens bring
Chickens eat rats and mice.
Chicken food brings rodents if you don't take care of it the right way.
Oh.
There's a
Look at
difference.
all those chickens.
Right. Because rodents can't do anything to chickens. Like chickens will kill rodents, unalive rodents, excuse me.
Yeah, they like to be nice.
I particularly do not talk politics to my brother because, he thinks a different way. But I've noticed these Trumpers, they just like to antagonize you, just purposely keep talking to you. You don't want to talk about, like I have this friend, he keep talking about Trump. He'll send me stuff on my WhatsApp. My brother keeps sending me. Like, I'm not talking about it. Why you keep talking to me? We don't agree. So what's the point in sending it to me? You're just starting an argument that is unnecessary. It's just like you're provoking me. You're just unnecessary provoking me.
You know what? I think this does stem from a bigger problem. Like the whole idea of like, hey, like you don't talk religion, politics, or sex, right? But like
I do all of those things.
Hear me out. Like complete strangers will like tell you about their sex life before they tell you who they're going to vote for, and that's a problem. That's a problem, you know.
But that's very true.
Is it?
Yes, Dogman, that's very true. Dogman, you know that. You're laughing because you know I know that's very true.
It is true.
I guess in the age of
We've
dating
talked about
apps,
this before.
yeah.
We've talked about this before, right?
Yeah, in the age of dating apps, for sure. But personally, as a, I guess, older millennial, I'm 35, and I came up in the age of dating apps being new when I was in my early 20s and whatever. I always asked political questions because I needed to know if I needed to seed you out or actually pursue something with you.
I actually didn't before Trump.
Oh no, I did. My first election that I was able to vote was Obama's first term, and at that point, just politics became like kind of like a yes or no kind of issue with dating somebody because it's viscerally a part of who I am. Like it's so
right.
I believe in it so wholeheartedly. That I mean, it's my morals and my values right there. So, yeah.
Dogman, what you just said represents so many people. Like I didn't until Trump.
Yeah,
There's
it wasn't that big of an issue. I always was a moderate, and I always felt whoever I was with, because of my lifestyle and the things I do, we would align. And luckily, I did luck out, and I did align with every person I was with.
Because like I don't want to.
But I do ask now. Like I would not date. Yeah, I would not even consider dating someone if they into Trump and if they voted for Trump ever.
Well, exactly. Like, and I don't want to speak for you, but I think that like prior to Trump, it was like, you know, if you have different views than me, okay. But if you have other things that I'm looking for, like let's talk, let's engage, let's do that. Right. But now.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. No fucking way.
He's such a disgusting shit. Like it creates that. No, I'm not.
Patriot in Washington D.C. Republican, aides or Republican staffers are pretending to be Democrats so they can get Democrat dates. Ladies, because if they find out they're not,
Democratic ladies are way more fun than them Republican ladies.
I need Vapor to look something up for me, please. Vapor, I don't know if you saw my comment. Could you please do me a favor and look to see if TB has hit freaking Michigan?
Yep, 1 second.
Thank you.
I know it's in Ohio. I know it's in Ohio.
I've heard of like the MAGAs like going undercover, but they're like it's so easy to like just cosplay being a liberal of any sort because you just say yes to all of the things that they support.
Right. Yeah,
and it's
Dogman.
You know what they're not. You know what they're not.
You live in California, so California, you got a pretty good.
I was gonna say I probably don't have to worry about hooking up with a Republican.
Yeah,
but
you totally do.
Not
but I know you do. I know. I'm teasing.
Me in Missouri is I'm in MAGA country, so it's a bad deal.
Okay, so apparently Michigan got hit with bovine TB.
But like, you know what they're not cosplaying on? Look at the Republican convention. Grindr.
Oh my God, the Grindr
shut down.
It's hilarious.
Grindr.
Oh my God, no, guys, I'm gonna TMI, and I will use safe words. But okay, so in my last
you
dating,
can't argue that it was a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
What
in my last dating
TV?
cycle,
what?
bovine TB. Cow.
Does somebody please explain to me what bovine TB is?
Cow TB.
Cow TB.
It's just cow, right?
Yeah, bovine is cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know bovine is a freaking cow, but I was just wondering if that was something they just called it for the hell of it.
No, you just got to wonder what Republican decided to have sex with a bovine.
No, so I was saying
that's what I want to know.
I will
That's
answer that
MAGA
question for you.
I want that one from bovine to human.
I was trying to do like the online dating thing the last time, and it was crazy the amount of like. So I live like in a military town. We have a military base here. I think it's
yes,
the
there was
biggest one
also
in
a
the States.
confirmed case in Kalamazoo. I just confirmed that one. Yes.
Great.
I mean, I'm not against online dating. I think it's a great way. I met 2 women online, and I met the last woman here on TikTok in my live. So,
no, my point being, you guys keep cutting me off, but the amount of Republicans, like hardcore conservatives, that want you to PEG them, and that's what they're into.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay.
Wait, PEG?
oh, I thought you said PG.
No, P.
I know what PEG is.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they're like on the down low for sure.
Yeah, but
let's
not shame anybody from.
Yeah.
I'm not shaming anybody's kink, but then it kind of aligns with.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. What
doesn't align is they have that lifestyle, and then they want to impose
exactly what doesn't align
alternative lifestyle on people.
Is Grindr shutting down? It's like that. That's
like more power to them. Like if that's what they're into, but don't then like go after the transgender community.
It shows they're hypocrites.
Not more power
just
to
because
them,
you loathe
man,
yourself.
right?
Look, what it is, because they loathe themselves for their kink, don't abuse other people.
It's the closeted thing that I'm saying. Like,
yeah, like
it's
they're hypocrites.
Yes. Luis, I'm going to tell you, MAGA actually means morons are governing America.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're so fucking funny.
Morons governing America.
MAGA stands for Mexicans aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's like a new thing. They're trying to like take MAGA and like
dude, I'm 4
Trump.
minutes away from 10 hours, David, of doing this shit.
You're at 206. You got 207
Good old days,
followers.
Dogman. Just
I know.
like the good old days.
Since I've done a live this long.
Dogman, this has to have. I mean, doing this day in and day out, like it has to have increased your tolerance for patience.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like people say all the time, I don't know how you're so patient. Well, when you do this every day, you just kind of go, okay, hey, let's talk. Like that guy came in hot and then he was kind of friendly with us by the time he left, just because you're like, hey, I'm not going to argue with you. Let's get it together. Let's talk about this stuff.
So what time are we starting in the morning? About 9 a.m.?
No, I actually have to work tomorrow. Then I'm off for 12 days. I have to work tomorrow, you guys, and then I'll be
not tomorrow, guys. Maybe after that. Not tomorrow.
I mean, I'll definitely do more. Like I just so happened to do a long one today, and then David and Queen took over my live while I had to finish up my work, and then came back. That's why
I know. I had to live through that. Thank you very much. No kidding.
But but yeah, I do enjoy doing this. Patriot,
no, they did
I think it's an important thing to do. People think, oh my God, this and that, but for me, it's very therapeutic. I like listening to other people's opinions. It helps me understand where people are at and where our society's at. And I get to push like even my own agendas. I'm a big advocate for the environment, and I have the opportunity to push that.
For sure.
I get my own, I get my own satisfaction out of it. But I mean, sometimes it does wear a little thin. Like there are nights where it's just like, I've asked people like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you kidding?
David and Vapor did a great.
Sometimes I don't get it, but I get to meet such great people. I meet so many new people.
And that's what's so important is because like, I'm so appreciative of you.
Thank you.
That you're doing this because there are so many of us that are in red states, red counties that are a blue dot, and we're not in California, right? Like we don't we don't have that we don't have that
community
surrounding us.
No, I get it. I have it as a lifestyle. I get to go outside, and it's like I don't have to worry about all the Trump shit. And our the way we live here, we're good with all the different communities. We don't judge. I get it. It must. I can't imagine. And I got to tell you, I can't imagine not. Like
Dogman, did you
hearing some of the stuff I hear, and I go, how could someone have to live through that every day? That's another reason why I do this, because I think I give hope. Let people know, look, there are people out there. We're banding together. Just because you're in a different state doesn't mean we cannot stand together. So
you do, and you should know, that it is so appreciated and so necessary. So thank you.
Oh yeah, I'll be here every day.
Absolutely.
Dogman, did you speak about the judge blocking Elon Musk yet?
We did earlier. You can bring it up if you want to talk about it again. I think there's a lot of new people in here. People need to understand.
A judge caller.
I think what you should be talking about is how he's going to have to go before Congress.
Yep.
Right. Judge Caller has blocked Elon Musk to dodge what I would call them college kids who are looking into the information, and has blocked them from sharing the records with Musk or anyone else outside of the department.
That's right.
And it's filing the filing of the DOJ. He's not only and he's also told the DOJ to enforce that. And if he has to do anything, he has to answer Congress. So I don't know how that's going to work, but that's the filing by the judge Kohler, who said that what Elon Musk did was unconstitutional.
Yeah, but thank goodness that happened, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to prevent them from going after those people. That's why they want that information, so they can go after them.
I mean, to think. It is completely, our Treasury's payment system is completely compromised now. The system that manages billions of transactions, all the sensitive financial data,
it's not supposed to be Democrat or Republican. It's a nonpartisan issue. I don't know how they made it an issue. Trump made it an issue. For what purpose? Till today, we don't know what the purpose of Elon Musk getting that information is for anyway. What are they going to do with that information?
And now, do you see what was he listed as? Like a special government employee. Do you see that?
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, yeah, okay, so he shouldn't be given access to this information.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, think about banks, think about corporations and companies that deal with sensitive financial information and like these red flag rules and all the shit that they have to go through to protect sensitive data. And here, like, we just go and give him all of this access. It's such a disgusting and like alarming thing.
It is.
And meanwhile, there's something that's happening nature-wise. It's very big news, and we're not talking about it because of craziness of Trump. Have you heard about the earthquakes in Greece and Santorini Island? The volcano has woken up. The last time it woke up, it blew up. That was 2,000 years ago, Dogman.
Yeah.
And when it blew up, it was a volcano 7th level. It blackened the sky for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is the same case, but that was the last time it blew up. That's all I'm saying.
No, I saw like the evacuation orders for that. I mean, and it didn't just affect Greece. It was It was Egypt, Libya.
Well, like did the last time, there'll be so much ash in the air that you won't see the sun for 2 years.
Yeah, and like you said, like what I what I saw about it is it could continue for weeks, so we're not going to know.
Right.
Let's hopefully it's just rattling and nothing happens. Hopefully that's the case.
I do think that it's really important to understand what's going on in the rest of the world, and I think that TikTok did censor that and censor our algorithms
A little bit. We're getting back on track.
I think we had to do some action to. I mean, before the ban and before it was taken down, I had a lot of international things showing up on my For You page.
Yeah, that's not going to happen unless you get rid of Facebook
exactly.
and goddamn Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I don't have Facebook or Instagram, but
I do.
but what happened was, it totally went away, and I had to actively make an effort to get it back.
On the other hand, the hotels are giving 80-90% discount if you want to go now and stay in the island.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it, but there you are. There's a discount.
No, that sucks. That sucks for them. I mean, this is one of the major times for them for tourism, and it's gonna hurt them. And let alone everything else. But yeah. I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, those of you that don't like Trump, for me, I'm a humanist. And that means caring about humans no matter where you're from. And I have this feeling that, people that support Trump, they don't give two shits.
It's just a very rare terminology nowadays. People don't say that word nowadays, humanist.
That's so disheartening.
Who used to use that word? It was your founding fathers were humanist.
Yep.
We need more humanists in this world.
Back in the day, that's what they called themselves, humanist.
Dogman, do you know who Michael Ferrani is?
No, I do not. Or maybe I do. I'm not very good with names. I'm better with faces. What did he, or something?
Yeah, he lived in California for a while. He toured a lot of California. His whole thing was be human, stay human.
Is he a singer? What is his
name? Yeah, he's a musical artist.
He's a singer, Dogman.
Yeah, what was
Ever heard of him?
Again, what was his name?
Michael Franti.
But Dogman's, he probably knows his face.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. I know who he is.
See, there you are.
Sorry, I'm better at faces.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing him in concert, and I used to have one of those, when those rubber wristbands were popular, like the Lance Armstrong bands or whatever. Yeah. I had a yes. I had a be human, stay human, because that was his motto.
That's cool. Yeah.
Can you imagine if everyone tried to live by that?
Life would be a lot better. Hey, I always think that everybody needs to sit down and just smoke some wild lettuce together.
Yeah. Imagine John Lennon, man.
That's right. It's funny you say that. I'm a big Beatles guy.
We're trying, John.
We'll get there. We just have to keep pushing forward. We will prevail because we're the right ones. All right. The hate and the racism can't last.
That's just the bottom line.
I assume you're talking about Ash. If you're talking about Ash, it was half of Europe.
So, Dogman, I know we can count on Newsom, and I think we can count on AOC. We can count on Justin Pocket. We can count on Josh Shapiro.
Right, we have a bunch of people we can count on. Right.
Like who else can we count on? Like for me, Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania, we can count on.
The good thing is the Democrats have so many good candidates for president when the next election.
No, I don't think that's what she was asking.
No, right now.
Yes. Right now. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Like I said, we have Newsom for sure. I mean, he went to Mar-a-Lago to go fucking, bitch slap him a little more.
What? You went to Mar-a-Lago today?
And I
didn't know that.
Bernie Sanders, we don't deserve him.
Bernie Sanders. I cried the day he lost the nomination.
We just don't deserve him. I cried
because I knew they kind of, you won't say it's rigged, but it was manufactured in such a way that they made sure that, even though I like Biden, but it was manufactured in such a way that the only person they would vote was Biden after that.
Wait a minute, guys. He just signed a new law, a bill, banning men from women's sports. And what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, we know. That's bullshit.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
He said that he just signed into law where men cannot participate in women's sports. So basically transgender.
Yeah.
They're not men. We know men can't join a women's sport.
That's right.
It's transgender, but he doesn't want to use the word transgender. That's why I use the word men to justify, because it sounds illogical, right? Men don't join women's sports, but transgender do. That's the difference. He doesn't want to say the word transgender.
Do you think the law is going to make some kind of positive impact in women's sports? It's going to give them the better chance and fair.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Competition?
It's ridiculous. You were ridiculous. Do you have any idea how many transgender women participate in professional sports?
No. Statistically, I've got no.
That would be about 100. So yeah, they saved women.
Do you know what act you're referencing?
No.
Guessing heretic God is from Africa. There are not many of them.
Because that act that you're referencing is pretty scary, because it leaves it open for people to do examinations.
Right.
Wait a minute, I want to say something to A-Team. That I'm from Africa doesn't mean that I got nothing to say about America, because basically I got families there.
That's not what he was meaning. He was meaning because of the fact that you are from Africa. You have an ideology. Heretic. He was meaning that because you're from Africa, you have grown up with a certain ideology.
Basically. We just have.
That's what he was referring to. Not that because you're in Africa, you shouldn't have a say about America.
I made an assumption. Thank you for confirming it.
Yeah, that's all. I even understood what he was saying.
So I think that he's
you're
not,
welcome here. I've already told you before, you're welcome in my life. So go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate you've been a gracious host, and I'm not about to start off anything.
I know.
nasty.
I know.
What I'm trying to say is that the man's got his own pros and cons. He's not the perfect guy for the job, but then we just need to see what he's got to do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question here. I'll ask you a more personal question. How do you feel about what he did about freezing the aid, and now you guys are looking at losing about 500,000 infants that were born with HIV? You okay with that?
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna say that is messed up. That is shit. When I mean that is freaking shit. But then I'm gonna say something in regards to my people and their government. I think it's a wake-up call for my government to start doing shit, because my government is heavily sitting on their axis waiting for aid. And they are not doing shit with the money, the aid money they give to them. And basically, I'm gonna tell you, those drugs aren't even subsidized in Africa. The government just take the money. They just take.
Yeah, but wait, but that's not.
Let me tell you something.
Wait. Let me please for a second.
Wait a minute.
Let me start with.
They wait for aid to aid.
I'm not talking about the money, heretic. I'm talking about the actual medication that is sitting in a port, perishing, along with.
That is what I'm saying. The government resells the medication, dude.
But
I'm gonna tell you.
That's America. It's up to
our
America.
government resells the medication.
That is America, and we have it. And Trump's not releasing it, so we can't give it to anybody.
Can I give you a statistics of what is going on?
No,
you guys,
because
wait a minute. Let me just say this.
Heretic. Let me talk to you.
I'm gonna tell you a situation in Africa, please.
No,
all right, but wait, hold on. But
wait a minute, Patrick.
No, heretic. First, stop. Calm down. First, I do want to say that it sounds like you're making excuses for Trump. Number one. Number two, I would like Patriot to say her comment, and then I will let you respond. Okay, just I let you talk. So get Patriot.
Thank you. You, heretic. You said like we just got to see what he does. When you came on here, you just said we just got to see what he's about, what he does. No. I am not going to do that, and we are not going to do that, because we've already seen him as a leader and what he did. And we already know what he's about. And we've already seen Project 2025, which he has denounced, that has already come into fruition. So when you say to us, we just got to see what he does. No, like that turned me off from you so much that I can't even listen to what you're about to say because of that statement that you made.
But I'm going to let you make it. Yeah,
I'm going to say this. Yeah, I'm going to say this to you, Petro. I'm going to say this. Whatever I'm about to say or whatever I've said might not be in correlation with what you have in mind, because basically we are different people with different perspectives. I don't support the man. But I'm going to tell you, even in the midst of so many bad shit, someone's got to do something that at least going to stand out. And I'm going to tell you this. You see all those free drugs you guys give to Africa? I'm going to break your bubbles for you guys. They resell those drugs to us. I'm not capping. They give it to our government free. They come back and they resell those shit to us. So basically, the government is waiting on that free aid. They are the ones benefiting it because they are freaking corrupt. I'm not capping. So I'm trying to tell you this. This is a wake-up call for the government of Africa to start working, to start getting their axis off.
No, you know what's going to happen? China's going to just fill the void. And China's already way too deep in your continent. Come on, you know it. Come on, China has got its claws on Africa. I'm not gonna lie about that. So that's for sure. That's my other concern. If Trump's gonna pull back, China's gonna just move in and dig in deeper. And is that really what is best for your continent or the world?
China, I don't want China getting the monopoly on African businesses. Right. But then that is what I'm saying. My governments are not doing their work, and I want them to wake up. I want them to start taking accountability for the shits. They should do what they are being elected to do.
I agree.
Take loans and loans and loans and loans. I'm telling you, they take about 3 loans in a year, worth billions of dollars, and they don't do shit with it. Come to Africa, there are bad roads, there are bad infrastructure. The healthcare is shit.
Yeah, well, you come to parts of America, and it's the same way, which is also a problem. You go to some of these red states, the entire state is falling apart. You have to be afraid to go on the bridge.
Healthcare insurance, from where I'm coming from, it's hard for you to get a healthcare insurance, but in the States, you can get a healthcare insurance. Yes, yeah. I bet that it might be shitty, but then you have to pay on cash. And if you don't pay on cash in the hospital, you're not gonna be treated. Whether if you are bleeding out or if you are in some kind of a schedule for surgery, you have to pay in cash. Right. That is how hospitals work in Africa here.
Yeah, that foreign aid, that the supply of drugs for HIV treatment under president's emergency plan for AIDS relief. Like it is the world's leading HIV initiative. Like we get it. We don't want it to go away.
They want it to go away, but truth, I can agree on you with that. But then,
but
I
Trump
want
does.
them to stop.
Not us, but Trump does.
Yeah, Trump does.
Yes, Trump does, because do you know why? I'm not defending the man. Maybe he's seen that the people he's giving it to doesn't even want to change. They don't want to change the status quo.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the problem I have with giving. When you give, and you hope it goes to the right place. I'll give you an example. If I see somebody and they're struggling and they're looking for money, I hand them a $5 bill and go, there you go. I don't say, I'm going to expect you to do this with it. You give it, you hope that it's going to be used in the proper manner, and that's it. Like we as Americans have two options. We can either show up in Africa with doctors and administer the medication ourselves, or we hand it over to your government or the appropriate locations and hope that it's being used to save those children. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, like him doing what he's doing, he can't fix that. There's nothing. Wait. Sharon,
Sharon,
did you fall asleep?
The humanitarian assistance, like that he
we just give it. We just give it. That's it.
Stop. That he just wants to stop, like, is not only going to negatively impact Africa, it's going to negatively impact us, because it is a control method, right? And I get what you're saying, like, Dogman, if we're giving that type of aid, have some type of control over it. But my God, like we can't even like control our own education department, let alone that.
What are you talking about? There's not going to be one in a couple days.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Dogman, that is what we discussed about in your live stream. Was it about a week ago? I was here. We were talking about illegal migrants. But then I'm gonna say this: we are not perfect people. We are not people that can change the quota or the saying of things. But most people try, and we're gonna give people that chance to try. But what I'm trying to say is that is your perspective. If you want Trump in the office, fine. If you don't want him, it's fine. And not everybody voted for him. I personally don't have any kind of fondness for the man, but I want to see what he has to do, because he's been yapping a lot. I want to see him do that shit. He want to
understand. As an American, I need a president that is going to be effective and know what to do. It's okay if someone is learning how to make fries at McDonald's and we wait to see if they figure it out. But when someone's running the country, we have to hope that he already knows what to do. We can't, all right, let's see what he does. Oh, wow, he launched a nuke. Well, okay, we gave him a try. Like, you don't understand? It's a little different. Like, as you go up the food chain, you have to know what you're fucking doing. For example, like I do finances and stuff. When I go in, those people aren't going to wait to see, hey, let's see what he does. They expect me to know what to do. And so if you're going to be the president, which is the number one job in our country, you best fucking know how to fucking do it, what the fuck you're going to do, and stop experimenting. The experimenting is over.
Hector, Hector, I want to ask you a question. Do you have elections in the country?
You just called me Hector. I was wondering who was Hector. I'm Heretic, not Hector.
Heretic. Do you have elections in your country?
Yeah, we have elections, but the election is shit. It's just I see it as a formality. They already know who's gonna rule in the next government.
Is it because someone gives you money and they vote a certain way?
The election is rigged. The election is fucking rigged. Everybody knows that. I'm not gonna mention my country for security reasons, because our government have.
I specifically didn't ask you for your country. That's why I asked you.
Being the president isn't a game. That's the problem.
But here in Africa, it's all a game. It's all a game. They play.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody in the comments.
Yeah, I gotta say something to that too. It is absolutely not a game. And when you say to me like, yeah, I voted for Trump because
Don't worry, Dolphin.
he's not a lifetime politician. He's a businessman, and like that rhetoric needs to stop because he is a failed businessman. He is someone that inherited a whole lot of money, more money than most people would actually know, and he failed. And
who said it was a game?
If you look at if you're gonna tell me you voted for him because of a businessman, and you're gonna look at the United States as a businessman, then I challenge you. If you are running your own business, would you hire him? Because I sure as fucking wouldn't.
You won't even do business with him.
Right.
Exactly.
Our country is not a business, right? I saw someone say down there. We are not. Because if we're a business, that means we're the employees. We're not. We don't work for the government. The government works for us.
That is how it's meant to be. The government's supposed to work for the people.
Who is this guy with the accent? What country are you originally from?
Why are you asking me this?
Because you can't do anything for your country. You as a man will let someone go to your own country and take advantage of you. So you shouldn't even be talking about American politics. You don't have nothing to do with it. That is what I'm telling you. But you can't do anything for your own country. You ran. I'm sure you're not in your country talking. That is a double standard. Can you go talk to your exploiter. You won't do that.
Yeah, I'm going to allow her to talk too, because you're talking too. Maybe she'll listen for a second.
She's trying to ask me. She's trying to make me look stupid.
You coming
up with a double standard. You talk about other countries, but you don't
do anything for yours but run as a man.
Everybody stop. Let me be real clear. When people come up, I usually will ask them what state or country they're from, so everybody knows. It doesn't matter.
He won't do anything for his own country as a man, and he wants to talk about what someone else is doing in a more powerful country.
Wow.
You shut up. You're not even a man to fight for your own country. Shut up. You don't have any
you really
right
need to work on yourself, because this mentality shows how you're gonna run your own household.
No, you don't. You can't
spiteful.
What are you doing for yours? Is yours developed?
You're gonna mute me, but you're not gonna mute her.
In your own country, or did you run?
You're not gonna mute her.
I'm gonna let her talk, because you've been up here. I've been letting you talk, and I actually want to meet her. I've never met her before, but you won't shut up so I can meet her.
Look, let me tell you something. This same person that's on here, this is how these Bush boys do. That he sounds like he's from Africa.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
And what they do is they have so much to say, but they don't do anything for their own country but run and submit with no resistance.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
You know, it's funny coming from a black person calling another black person.
I'm from America. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a part of your little tribe. I'm American. I don't have to deal with y'all's bullshit. You're a man. You're a man. You're just gonna let another man come into your land and take advantage of you? Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Unless you do something about that and develop your own damn country, you can't talk. Shut the fuck up.
And heretic, no one can make you look stupid. The only person that can make you look stupid is you. So when you say you're just trying to make me look stupid, no one can do that.
They make themselves look stupid. Prisoners of foreign interests. They're men. You know, aren't they supposed to stand up like one? And he got so much to say. Yeah, get your ass.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised you dropped. All right.
Yeah, that's all. I only came up here for his ass. I gotta go.
Oh my!
I love it.
That was great. Oh,
Slay queen.
Coming up. Nice to meet you. Boy, she wasn't good.
I was going there, but I was doing it politely. But okay, she went. She took him there anyway.
She didn't fuck around.
The reason I asked him, "Do you have elections?" Right, because he said, "Oh, there's my country has elections are useless." Well, the country's reflections on the people always, and the reason I say that is that many countries have elections and they're not fair. Okay, it's how the people respond to it that tells the difference. Back in the day in Taiwan, when they started their elections, the ruling Kuomintang, the KMT, which was the original party of China, used to give money to the voters to vote for them, and they used to get votes. But after a while, people realized It's a secret ballot. If you give me money, how do you know who I vote? So they took the money and voted who they wanted to vote anyway. In other words, nobody started giving money because it's pointless.
Right.
So in the end of the day, it's the person, the public controls how the system goes. If you say, oh, my system's corrupt and I don't do anything, you are giving up to the system. You're letting system be what it is. You get what I'm trying to say, Dogman?
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
I get what you're trying to say too. I just think that in respect to what you're saying, like there are so many people that are tired. And honestly, like as a white person, I feel like bad even saying that, because Black people have shown out, and been dealing with so much shit, and especially Black women.
I mean, let's face it, America is not really fair. It's not as fair as we would love it to be. It's slanted, right? It's just a percentage how much nonsense they're doing, right?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
So for him to come and say, like, as if America's perfect, like, it's like, like it has no fault.
Right.
We know there is vote purges. We know they put voter ID and all these things to make less people vote. They do all these things to discourage vote. How can that be a fair democracy? Democracy is supposed to be allow anyone who wants to vote and encourage people to vote. In fact, the more the better, not decrease the amount of people to vote.
I mean, America is not the greatest country in the world, and when we have people supporting Trump, he has just induced and encouraged so much division.
Many people who come from that part of the world, there have been a lot of Russian propaganda going around. Lots of Russian propaganda. So when you said what he said, that was Russian propaganda. Let's see what he does. I mean, he was president for one term.
Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda, right?
But the Russians are filling over there in Africa.
It's not my responsibility to educate him, and it's not yours.
This is true. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I reached 14,000 last night, David.
Hey, that just reminded me.
What do you mean 14,000?
Tap the
14,000 followers.
Oh, you mean you finally reached this?
I reached it, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, why it took so long though? It's weird.
I know. It slowed down. I think it was because of all the shit that TikTok did.
Oh, okay.
I'm tapping. Everybody else tap.
Yeah, just remember, if you're tapping, you're supposed to be.
If anyone's not following Dogman, if you're not following Dogman, please follow Dogman.
Yeah, if you're up here on the panel, you have to be muted when you're tapping. So don't tap.
Shit. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, and if you haven't followed me yet, please follow me. I'm working on those follows, and right up top, you see those hearts up there? 1 penny, and you become a member of the team, and it really helps the live. 1 penny, guys.
But
thank you, Vapor.
Explain that to me and anyone that's listening, because I will do that, but sometimes I don't get on here for like a week or so. Is that all right? Or is that going to hurt you?
If what? No. If you want to, if you want to go do that heart, that means you're a member. So whenever I go live, it'll send you a notification. If you're here, great. If you're not, then you'll get the notification. It's okay. Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did, I want to tell you guys, I did just get a new phone today. Mm-hmm. And, I did my transfer of my, it went from iPhone to iPhone. And, guess what? Can't No TikTok on my new phone.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can. What did you do? Did you just do?
No, it's there. It's there. I went from it was
You should.
total.
Okay, so then you didn't do something right, because what there is. Okay, so when I got this iPhone, I transferred everything from the TikTok onto this new phone. And this is a new iPhone. I have the iPhone 16 Max Pro. This is brand new. I've only had it.
That's what I have. That's what I got too.
So there is a setting where you can go back in and you should sync it with your old phone and make sure to tell it that you want all the apps transferred. There is a setting. You could probably YouTube it.
I did. I looked it up.
I don't know, if it wasn't working, I'd be down at the fucking goddamn mobile store.
You can't do it now. Like I
did it. I'm
no, wait, listen. This is like, I had to like replace this because the other phone that I had, that I got, the new phone, it just wasn't it. So it worked on that phone. TikTok worked on that phone. Fine. Yeah. The transfer was beautiful. Today, just tried to do it. Nope. It's on there. The icon is on there. But when I tap it, it's like, yep.
Have you updated your TikTok? Oh, you can't update, right? It's bad.
You can't.
So maybe you missed the last update, and that update maybe has it.
Yeah.
And you can't
guys,
update it.
The
now.
last thing I heard that you guys were talking about before the TikTok thing was something about teaching someone something. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was cooking and I was kind of like super into that. What were you guys talking about? Teaching someone something that nobody needs to teach or something like that?
No, she was saying it's not our responsibility to teach people. But I personally feel it is my responsibility to teach whenever I can.
To teach people what? What was that topic?
Yeah, my whole point on that is, like, I feel like through discussion, and I agree with you, Dogman, like through discussion and doing this, you're already educating people, right? You're doing that, and we have this dialogue and we're going back and forth. But my whole thing on that was when people get up on the lives that and they have not researched and have not like done their education, it's not my responsibility or anyone else's responsibility to teach you that. Like, you have all of the resources that I do. So you have all the resources that I do. So does that make sense?
To teach them what though? Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, he was just talking about Trump policies and how
he was misinformed.
Right, he was misinformed
and saying like he can't wait to see what's next, or he's just gonna ride it out.
Let's just wait and give him a chance. You don't give the president of the United States a chance. He better know what the fuck he's doing. It's not a matter of, hey, let's figure it out as we go along. That's how missiles wind up getting launched.
Oh, gotcha. So you were talking about the guy from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Trump already has one term. Why would
he need to learn? Right. If he didn't
learn, what is there to learn? I mean,
why would you have voted him back in?
Yeah, exactly. That's a very weird statement, and that's why I'm saying it's a Russian propaganda. They keep saying, give him a chance, give him a chance. Well, he was the president.
He had a chance 4 years ago, right? The past 4 years as president. I mean, they voted him in for all the wrong reasons, and now we're having to deal with the consequences.
I think for me, how I look at it is I'm noticing there's two types of Trump supporters. There's those who, out of desperation, whatever you want to call it, voted for his policies. And then there's those who have adopted his cruelty.
Right.
And I think those who have, out of desperation or misunderstanding, whatever, those are the ones
we need to try to bring back, because that's the only way you're going to win this war. You have to get more on your side. But those who have adopted the cruelty, I wouldn't waste your energy, because it's only going to make things harder to work towards turning the other one.
Yeah, let me speak on that for a second. So, I do agree that there are a lot of voters that voted for him because of hatred, right? But there are also voters that voted for him from specifically rural areas where he had these rallies, and these people came together, right? They came together, and all of their neighbors, all of their coworkers, all of their family, that's what they did. That's what they did. And I'm not defending it by any means, but I'm saying those people, they had a definite vote in this election.
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't even feel it half as much as you do as a Canadian, but there's part of me that wants is almost tired of fighting, that wants to kind of go, yeah, go figure it out. Go figure it out. Maybe what's the Will Rogers quote? Some people learn by observing. Some people learn by reading. Others need to learn by pissing on an electric fence. That's how I feel about some MAGA people right now. But at the same time, at the rate that Trump is going, at the rate he's attacking Canada, now I guess he wants to own Gaza and everything else. We now need to go into survival mode or fight and flight mode and bring them back.
Simone, this is the problem. If you follow American politics, they always have, after 5, maybe 10, maybe 15 years, they again have to relearn it and piss on the fence and relearn it again. They don't, it does not retain in their brain. Right? They will keep voting against their interest, and then when times are tough, they go vote the Democrats in. And after 8 years, and then they all of a sudden forget everything and said, "Okay, we'll vote back the Republicans who got us in trouble." And then when they again tank the economy, again they go back to the Democrats. Yeah. Tell me, how is that learning?
Oh, totally. I guess and I believe me, I know Canada and the US is not the same at all in this respect, but we have our Maple MAGA. They were the Freedom Convoy. And this whole thing with Trump, it's turning them around. But
at least your electorate, right, will not vote out a parliament that's doing well just for the sake of it. Right? If the economy is doing well, there is no incentive to vote out the party. But in America, strangely enough, Democrats under Clinton, fantastic situation. They don't they don't re-elect the Democrats. Obama comes back and says, "Okay, I do a good job." Again, does not re-elect the Democrats. So we are seeing this pattern that it's like a thankless job. Whenever they're in trouble, they definitely vote the Democrats. They don't. Let me be very, very frank. I'm not sure if the economy didn't tank that America would have voted for Obama. That's my opinion. That is just my opinion. Okay.
Wow. So
that is my opinion.
I get what you're saying, and I get the history, and I respect that. But this is a new precedence. This is a complete different thing. I think that
I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying also, right?
I do. Totally. I do. And I had the hope, I had the false hope that America would elect a woman of color in a short amount of time that she had to campaign. They
weren't voting for a woman no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it just. Here's the thing. I look back at I look back at Bush, and you know, I didn't vote for Bush, and but I would be like so glad to have him over Trump right now. And when I say to you that's what's different, Bush wasn't a felon. Bush wasn't an assayer. Bush wasn't a rapist. Like Bush didn't was so decisive or divisive against our country. This is a new territory for us.
Let's be fair. George Bush
can't get over.
George Bush did break the rule of law, but he only broke one. The difference between George Bush and Trump is willing to break every law, and Bush only chose to break only one law. That's the only difference. And otherwise, he followed everything else, and he was more, he was more uniting, and he was more, in that sense, he was more traditional as a president. Unite the country. You try to unite the country. Trump's two main problem is he's always divisive. He doesn't believe in uniting the country, and number two, he doesn't know a law that he doesn't know how to break.
Yeah.
If it's a law, he will break it.
He just cares about himself. Power. He's a sneaky oil salesman. He won that campaign. Whatever. Dogman, you said something that I want to go back to. You said, what did you say about electing?
I said they were.
Wait a minute.
They were
What
never.
the hell
They were,
is Captain
stop!
talking about?
Shut up, heretic!
I just came up because
I don't
of Christine.
care. Shut up. She asked me a question. I said that they were never going to vote a woman into office. That's what I said.
And I had false hope that would happen. And like when Hillary ran, it was like I love Bill Clinton, and like she was the woman behind him. She was the woman behind him. Okay.
Heretic, I unmute you. You're free to go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait. No, I wasn't done speaking to Dogman about this for 1 second. The thing is, like, the voters that voted for Bill Clinton and saw the success of him and didn't vote for Hillary, that's shit to me.
Yeah. So people keep saying a woman of color. I don't think it has anything to do with the color. It has to do with the fact that she was a woman. And let me explain to you why I'm saying that. And I'm saying this because of people in the comments. Number one, America voted Obama in. Black man. Definitely black. Hillary Clinton, white woman. They didn't vote her in. Had nothing to do with their color of her skin. It was because she was a woman. I'm telling you, they didn't vote her in because she was a woman. America is okay with voting a black person in as president because we did it. And that's the only reason why I'm saying it's because of that specific reason.
But Dogman, you have to recognize that. So yeah, she wasn't voted in for a woman, but like as a woman of color, like she had to prove herself.
I'm not talking about her.
A million times.
She was overqualified, and compared to Trump, give me a fucking break. If you put those resumes side by side, it shows the level of sexism, ignorance in our country.
That's what I'm saying.
But the point is, I'm not talking about the rational side of it. Rationally speaking,
but she had 2 strikes against her. She had 2 strikes against her.
Is because she didn't have a strike because she was black. I'm telling you, it's because she was a woman. I'm telling you. America does not want a woman president right now, and I'm not saying all of us. Like I voted for her. I couldn't fucking wait. I thought for sure there was no way she was going to lose, and then when I saw what happened, And then the reasoning why it happened, I knew then that it didn't matter if she had 6 more months to run. She would not have been picked as the president. They had decided they did not want a woman president.
I agree with you. But like her being a woman of color just added a whole layer of bullshit. Bullshit for those people.
And again, I'm just going to disagree because I want you to be aware that America voted in a black vice president, so they didn't mind her.
Yes, as a man. But as a woman.
What do you mean as a man? She was a black woman vice president and they voted her in.
So had they had a Democratic leadership race, let's say Biden had stepped down earlier, who do you think would have won the nomination?
Oh, it would have been her no matter what.
Oh, so even if Gavin Newsom, she still would have won?
She would have been picked, yeah, because of the decision why they did what they did. They did it for the war chest, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, it wasn't changing the ticket really, and they felt that, you know, she got bumped up 4 years. She was going to run in 4 years from now.
Right.
And so she was the pick anyway. So I think that she would have been the pick no matter when it happened. I firmly believe that she ran a flawless campaign for the amount of time she had.
No question.
And I think she had more than enough time to sell who she was, and people were looking for reasons not to vote for her.
I don't think she had the amount of time that
I'm
she
telling
did.
you, 6 more months wouldn't have made a difference. She would not have convinced those people to vote the other way.
We won't know.
Those people that listen, and those people that said, I'm going to protest vote because, you know, that's what fucked up goddamn liberal Democrats do, still done the same thing. I want you to be aware the people that didn't vote for her, there's no way she would have won any of those votes no matter how much more time she had. That's just the bottom line. I mean, I think it sucks. It shows how fucked up we are as a people still. It shows up how fractured our party is and that we can't stand together. And even the ignorant, uneducated, racist fucking Republicans know to stand strong together regardless.
Yeah.
But Dogman, like when she started her campaign, she had to say, I agree with what Biden has done. I agree with this. And she wasn't able to
She would have had to have done that no matter what as vice president.
No.
Yes.
No.
He is the vice president of the United States.
If you look at,
he could not have talked shit about the president of the United States.
No,
Thank you, Deb.
I'm not saying she should talk shit, but if you look at her campaign,
she would have had to have done exactly what she did no matter what. I'm telling you, that's what the vice president do.
Towards the middle of her campaign.
You're not going to tell me that she would have won against Biden as the vice president.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is towards the middle of her campaign, you heard a difference in her platform.
You heard a difference in the platform after he decided to 100% step down.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying is that.
And that wasn't going to happen. He was the candidate, and that wasn't going to happen.
So
you can't talk about the would have, should have,
for the first part of her campaign.
Stop. This is the shit I'm talking about Democrats do. You want to talk about the woulda, shoulda, couldas. He was the candidate. She did what she was supposed to do as the vice president of the United States, trying to be the next president. Period. There's no way around that. There is just no way around that. She had to do what she was doing. Had she dogged him out or talked about differences that she wanted, that would have shown how weak the Democratic Party was. And she would have lost immediately for that. So I don't know what you're exactly about. That's how it is. There's no changing that.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
We have to stop with all the woulda, shoulda, couldas.
Yeah.
I want to say something to Petra. If you ever had an opportunity and Camilla was to have the win for the presidency, do you think she would perform better than what Biden or Trump or Barack did?
Definitely better than Trump.
Yeah, she would have been she would have been a phenomenal president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's not gonna be all that perfect and peachy just like you are selling out to us, Petra, right?
Yeah. Let me answer your question. Absolutely. She is so much more qualified.
David, get ready, David.
Than Trump is. Like it's disgusting.
when we talk about candidacy, most people tend to rely on gender and sexism of their candidates in order to promote their own values and perspective. Yeah, I believe Camilla would have done a great job to an extent, but then Camilla is just a politician. She knows how to play the game. She's gonna tell the people what they want to hear.
She's not just a politician. She's not.
Okay, yeah, let's get the facts straight. Yes, she might not be not only a politician, but then I'm talking about her capacity to work for the American people, her capacity to, do the things that the American people need them to do. Because the last time I checked, on Biden's, administration, there was a little bit, I wouldn't say a little bit, much of fucks up going on. Look at the war in Ukraine, they messed it up.
What are you talking about? Whoa. You want to talk about the war in Ukraine? That war was going on under Trump. He did nothing. Actually, the Donbass war started under Trump. He did nothing. Oh wait, he also went in and caused a conflict in Syria on his watch.
Yeah,
he almost started an incident in a war. He thought it'd be a good idea to do a drone attack in Iraq at a public airport without the permission of the fucking country.
He did a lot of shit. But then I'm asking,
don't sit here and act like
that Camilla would have corrected the whole
war
shit?
bullshit. Not to mention that Ukraine war started under a fucking Obama.
Biden passed more legislation since LBJ.
That's right.
Trump passed more. Trump passed more school names.
Productive presidents in the last half century.
So I'm gonna say this. Do you think that Camilla poses the best interest for the people right at the moment now? Do you think that she's gonna be the one to be the American redemption? She's gonna make a better change, both with the border, both with all the the issues happening in the America, the policies, a lot of things, businesses.
Yeah. So stop at the laundry list. I do. I know she would have been better.
So
I know right now she would not have been making threats to our allies. I know right now she would not be going against fucking contractual deals with our allies. Like Trump is literally breaking his own contract with fucking Mexico and Canada. The one he wanted. Because that one was going to make America better.
Hold on.
So it's all bullshit. He has done everything fucking wrong. And everybody, and the Republicans and these MAGAs, they're ready to get on their knees with their mouths wide open for him.
Wow.
Period.
Wow. Can I speak opposed to that? So when she was asked whether she would be working for the best interests of the American citizens, she said she would, as she was shaking her head no.
Oh my God. She shook her head the wrong way. You hear this bullshit? This is
called
what I'm talking about. The word came out of her mouth. How about when Trump says shit and the words don't match up?
Oh my gosh.
Because I don't know if you're aware of this. The Ukraine war is still going on. He made that promise. He made the promise that prices were going to go down on shit. I don't know if you're aware of this. Prices are going up.
Wait a minute. When he came into power, gas prices were like $3.45. Now gas is $3.
Is it hoodlum? Is it hoodlum?
Hoodlum. Are you, dude? I live in fucking America, and since he's been president, the gas prices have not gone down.
Well, that's because we are living in California. Gavin Newsom put a $2 tax.
And it's everywhere else as well. And I don't know if you're aware of this. Right now, people in America are paying up to $12 a dozen for eggs.
Yeah, because of Joe Biden killing.
Whoa, because of Joe Biden. Are you sure about that? No. Here's the problem. Trump is too fucking much of an idiot to research and understand there's a thing called avian flu.
Yeah.
And we are wiping out chickens by the millions, which means
1.5
egg layers are down. And so, price, inflation, right? Yeah. Supply and demand.
You know what I did?
So the price of eggs has gone up because of that. And that's something he couldn't fix. And that's something, if he was half intelligent, he would have known. But see, he lies to you fucking morons and you fucking suck it up. He literally lied to your face. Or he's too ignorant to know. So which one is it? Was he a liar? Listen, was he a liar or is he too ignorant? Which one?
You're going to give yourself a heart attack.
Actually, I'm not. I love yelling like this, man. I feel fucking great.
No, hoodlum. Hoodlum.
Here, wait, hold on.
Obviously voted for Trump.
Actually, you know what? You think I'm going to have a heart attack?
Tell me.
Listen to me. My beats per minute are 72 as I yell. You want to see it on my eye? You want to see it? I can show you.
No,
Please don't yell. Please don't yell, Dogman.
Please tell me, Hoodlum. Please tell me why you voted for Trump, and don't just tell me like some bullshit answer like, oh, immigration, blah blah blah. No, like, please tell me why you voted for Trump and what he is going to do.
Right.
Sure. Well, I appreciate the opportunity and the question. I would just like to say that I'm 49 years old and I know what true freedom looks like, and it hasn't been what we have had in the better part of a decade and a half. Okay.
Hoodlum, can I ask you a question, a serious question?
I'm not done answering. I'm not done answering.
No, wait. Let him answer, please.
Yeah. So we are essentially 3 generations removed from what a real republic of freedom per the Constitution.
You might think so because of your
answering the question.
Tell people what to do, religious bullshit. But I live in a country where I still have my freedom.
Hoodlum.
I'm allowed to have wild lettuce now, so I have more freedom than I had 3 decades
there
ago.
You go. Right on.
Hoodlum. Patriot asked you a very straightforward question, and you gave a beauty pageant answer. Are you a contestant in Miss America?
No, I'm in the.
And why you act like you're a beauty pageant and you're giving questions like you're in a beauty pageant?
Well, I think that the answer
either you have that intelligence or you are in a beauty pageant. It's either one of them. Because when she asked you a direct question, it's either yes or no, or you can elaborate a little bit. It was not all these like you're in a beauty pageant. You're trying to glamorize yourself. The only thing is we're not seeing you in a swimsuit. That's the only difference.
Would you like to?
No, it doesn't harm me. My masculinity doesn't bother me if you're wearing a swimsuit or not.
Yeah, there you go.
You think I'll be bothered? you think you'll be bothered if you wear a swimsuit or not? If you wear or not?
You're the one talking about
Let me chime in. No, I don't want to see you in a swimsuit. No.
Oh, no, I'm not putting you on that. He asked me, so I said that doesn't bother me. I come from a place there's a billion men. I mean, walking around. I don't get bothered if they're wearing a swimsuit on the beach. They're not bothering me. I'm not bothering them. So what would be a problem?
I don't know. You're the one talking about it. Maybe you like it.
Because you're acting like you're in a beauty pageant. That's why I asked you. You talk like like when they ask you what you want to do in America in the world. America's very beautiful and I want world and peace and everyone should. That's how you're talking, like you're in a beauty pageant.
Well, thanks.
Right. So either you're in a beauty pageant. Right? Or
I don't know if you're aware of this. You're doing all this, and he didn't answer my question. I want to know if Trump's a liar or he's incompetent. Which one?
So answer the question. We don't want beauty pageant answers.
I think he's a politician, and he's the duly elected president.
That doesn't answer if you think he's a liar.
You are. Now you know how to do it. Now keep on doing that.
He either lied to you guys or he's incompetent. So which one is it?
What did he lie to us about? Because he's doing everything that he said he was going to do.
No, he didn't. Because my prices of fucking shit has not gone down. The Ukraine war is still going on. He made those promises. They didn't happen.
Wait a minute. So we're not.
Answer my question.
Wait. He said he was going to lower the price.
Everyone's interrupting me. I'd love to
know this. Stop. I'm just the average American, and I know what's going on with the eggs and why the price of eggs are up. So if he
buy some chicken,
is so stop it. If he's so incompetent that he didn't know what was going on with avian flu, okay, give me that answer. Or he is competent enough to know, and he knew that, and he just lied to the American people and said he was going to lower the price.
You want to hear some?
I want to know. What I want to know is which one is he? Is he a liar or is he incompetent?
He's a politician.
But what does that mean?
That all politicians elaborate a little bit.
Oh, listen, see, this is what I'm talking about with pure MAGA. They will defend him even when they know he lied.
So do you think that Doge is doing
instead of just admitting, okay, he lied about it and then move on?
Lie.
Of course he lied. He said he was going to lower the price of eggs. He lied to the American people. If he didn't lie, then he's incompetent because he didn't know about avian.
Do you know what an ER doctor has to do?
I could give a fuck about an ER doctor. I'm talking about basic eggs and the price. It's not brain surgery, hoodlum.
No, it's bullet wounds.
If he's the president of the United States, he should have been well versed on what was going on with avian flu. Oh, wait. He didn't want to listen to what was going on because he doesn't give a fuck. because there wasn't. Listen to me, because
there are two
it wasn't
genders
a
in
scratch
America now.
and sniff
I like that
letter, right?
You hear that?
Okay, so Hoodlum, I want you to know you
America.
discredit yourself when you're not willing to admit to something that is so obvious and not that big of a deal. You're making it a bigger deal because I do know. Look, because I do know people lie, and I do know politicians lie.
We're gonna get there.
But you have such a fucking hard on for Trump. You can't even admit that he lied on this one thing.
No,
I want you to be aware of that. You can't even admit that he lied about lowering the price of eggs.
Let's pause for 1 second from a chat.
No, we're not pausing.
comment.
We're not pausing.
All right.
Because I expect him
Allow Dogman to
either be
get the
disingenuous.
picture,
Listen, I either
Calm
expect
down.
him to be disingenuous so that everybody in my life knows that we can't trust a word that comes out of Hoodlum's mouth, or he can fucking man up and just admit that he knows Trump lied about the eggs. It's not the end of the world, but he won't be able to do it. Watch.
So let me ask you.
Not be able. Look, he will not be able to do it. This is MAGA. And I like exposing MAGA for what they are, so everybody understands.
So Joe Biden said he was going to cure cancer.
Okay, that doesn't matter. Trump said he was going to lower the price of eggs. Very simple thing. Okay, a fucking goddamn 6th grader can understand this concept. A 6th grader. I bet you if you told your kids this, they would be able to figure it out.
Have you not been following politics?
And again, so Hoodlum,
that there's
do you know? Are you going to admit that Trump lied, or are you going to tell me that Trump's incompetent? Which one?
I think Trump's doing a great job.
Okay, so then I want to hear you tell me that you know Trump lied about those eggs.
I think Trump embellished about
here. No, he lied. There was no embellishment. When you say I'm going to lower the price of eggs, knowing you cannot do that because of the situation with the disease, that's not embellishing. That's flat out lying. That's knowing the facts and fucking saying the opposite about it. I don't give a fuck about eggs. We're not pivoting. I could give shit about quality of eggs and this and that. We're talking about Trump, who's the president of the United States, who you guys will defend even when he lies. And that's the problem. That's why he's getting away with the shit that he gets away with, because you guys don't give a fuck.
Just accept it. Just accept that he's not going to lower the prices of egg. Yes, he doesn't.
I mean, the bottom line is, Hoodlum, you know he lied, and you're showing who you are as an individual, that you're not willing to just admit the one thing. Like, I'm willing to admit when Harris fucks up or Biden fucks up. I'm even willing to admit when I fuck up.
Exactly,
but for you,
and that is
random guy that doesn't know Trump willing to defend him and unalive on the Hill when you know he lied.
That you're mad that you're.
I'm not mad. Oh, let me check. Wait, hold on. I'm still at 70. Okay. I'm still at 72. You want to see my watch? 72. Say, oh, I just dropped. I'm at 60. Wait,
what I'm saying is,
so if you think, wait, no,
ain't that something?
That's actually amusing. I want to show you this. You're gonna.
No.
I want everybody to see this. So, guys, wait, look. That says 67. Look at that. 67. My heartbeat. I'm not angry. Everybody, you guys all seeing that? Look, see that? Can everybody see that? 67.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see that.
67 beats a minute. I don't think I'm really angry. I'm passionate. I like to be loud. I'm enjoying myself. So my heart is great. Look, it's good for my heart. My doctor would be happy to know this.
So I think that you're just very angry.
I'm not angry. Look, I showed you my heart. Look.
No, I know you can be angry and still.
I'm not angry. I'm just exposing you for who you are.
Who am I?
And I'm exposing MAGA and Republicans for who they are.
Supporter.
No, that you know for a fact
he's a politician.
That this guy lied, and you're not willing to admit it. That you are willing to sacrifice your own integrity as a person.
So do I think that we're going to now go buy Gaza and build like condos? No, I don't hang and take his words literal every single time.
Okay, so then when he does it, what are you going to tell me? You're going to come back. I want to know what adjectives, what synonyms are you going to use? Because when you know this fucker lied, you said embellish. I mean, give me a fucking
address the question, Hoodlum. Dogman said something, and it was pretty poignant to say. Listen, if Kamala Harris does something or someone else does something that I disagree with,
I would do it, Hoodlum. You know
I'm going to be transparent. But unfortunately, you as a Trump supporter can't be transparent. Can't tell us the truth about what you
perfect.
believe.
For you to not be able to say he lied about that, just shows who and what the MAGA.
I find it quite pathetic that you're talking and doubling down on eggs right now.
No. It's not about the egg. It's about the lie. And MAGA people will even
double
defend
down
that.
on eggs.
Because I want you to be aware, you're trying to make little and belittle about eggs, yet you're ready to fucking lie for him to cover his own ass about something that, you're right, is not that important. So think about what
do you think
Exactly.
that
you're going to double down?
Because it's more important. Hold on, wait a minute.
No, in the scheme of the lies that he's done and in the scheme of things that he's done, the egg lie, way down the list. Not that big of a deal, but you're still willing to show.
I personally never heard him say anything about the eggs, but I'm just.
Here we go.
No, I'm just taking you at your word.
Dogman, there's a very poignant question from VC. If you go down and check, VC's asked a question: is there a moment to ask why Donnie let Andrew Tate lose children with pedo warrant?
Here's the thing.
Is it Andrew Tate, I think? Andrew
repeatedly said.
Yeah.
Not Andrew Tate. Which Andrew is this?
The other guy. I know who you're talking about. God damn it.
Okay. Can you ask him that question?
He repeatedly said during his campaign he was going to lower grocery prices. Repeatedly, over and over again in his rallies, everything.
Yeah, at Walmart. Walmart just announced that they're going to pre-pandemic prices.
Let me finish. He said that repeatedly. He said he would lower grocery prices.
So this is what he said. Trump pledged to bring down food prices on day one. Well, I'm pretty sure that's day one.
Walmart just announced they're going to pre-pandemic.
Okay, I said day one. Day one's coming.
Are we on day 20?
It's not going to be on day 20. I guarantee it.
No, I'm asking you what we're on. Day 20?
I feel so bad for you. I feel so bad for you because now you're seeing what Trump is doing.
What's he doing?
And you're still believing it.
He's auditing the USAID. That's fantastic.
No. He actually did come out and say I can't lower I can't lower grocery prices after he campaigned on that, and he said that repeatedly
why is Walmart
in his rallies. No,
why is Walmart
repeatedly in his rallies?
I'm not going to look. I'm not. If Walmart's going to lower its prices, that's great. Yeah, that's great. If they do it, once I see it, that'll be great. If they do it. But,
they are.
I want to see what prices they lower on what items. And, it is Walmart.
Well, according to them, everything is being rolled back.
Oh, but that's not going to happen. I guarantee you that right
but
now.
I think that the more important aspect is we need more opportunities for the people that actually live here so we don't have as many people struggling to make ends meet, right?
So do you think it's a good idea to increase inflation and now the interest rates didn't go down because of the shit he's doing? And do you think it's good for him to get into fucking
I find it quite
tariff wars and price gouging?
Inflation.
Are you aware of what other countries are doing?
I find
other countries are boycotting.
Up inflation.
Other countries are
when
boycotting.
Inflation was the highest.
Are you aware of that? Here's a good wait. So Hoodlum, wait, I have a question. Do you live in Kentucky?
I live in California.
Oh, that's right. You do. I forgot. Yeah, he does. He does live in California. The only reason why I was asking this is I know Kentucky's going bankrupt right now because they have all these barrels of fucking bourbon that they can't sell to anybody.
Can I remind me what was the memo made about insulin prices?
Yeah, it was at $35 because of Biden, and now that's gone.
And Congressman Andrew, the one who had a pedo warrant, Biden gave him. Didn't he give him a pardon? Or am I mistaken?
Well, he let out a bunch of cowboys and oath keepers.
If he gave a pardon, why would someone has a pedo warrant deserves a pardon?
Did you hear about the one January 6th person that got into a pew and was unalived because he was committing another crime within days of being released and pardoned?
Yeah, I heard
exactly, and he's not the only one.
Because what Trump did, Trump released everybody. Didn't think maybe let me see what they're in there for and make sure they're not violent people before I release
P3DO. Sorry, P3DO.
Yeah.
My bad.
So I think that the more broader question
with that either,
is,
right?
should we pardon our family members when we
positively should have pardoned his son. I totally 100% support that decision.
You do.
Because you know what? That man gave us over a half a century of his life in service. And one of his last acts, he protected his son.
No, Dogman.
I think is great. Because you know what?
I bet you do.
I fucking positively do. And I would do the same fucking thing. And if you wouldn't do that for your kids, then you're a fucked up parent.
Exactly.
Dogman, this is the thing. The reason Biden did that is because the Republicans threatened him. They threatened to go after his family.
That's right.
Like,
If they didn't threaten, they say investigate. That's a different thing. They threatened to jail them. It's two different things.
Let me put it this way: Did Trump? Did he or did he not release his son-in-law's father from prison?
Yep.
He did.
But no big deal about that, right? No big deal.
And
Right?
even
No big deal.
and even
And are you aware what he did to his own brother?
Even
He
Putin.
got his own brother to cheat on his wife, his sister, in order to get them to get divorced, and videotaped it and blackmailed his own family member. That's the person that Trump released.
and even Putin came out and said
Biden released somebody who lied on a fucking application.
I think the next 4 years are going to be some of the best years we've ever had.
Okay.
Even Putin, no,
We gotta let Hoodlum live in his delusions. Let's let Hoodlum live in his
Let's
delusions.
address
I'm gonna say this. Wait a minute, guys.
Please,
I'm not an American.
Let me address this for 1 second.
Oh my
Even
God.
Putin came out and said that he would pardon his own son.
Exactly.
Okay? So here's the thing. You are arguing about pardoning a presidential son when you are fighting for a convicted felon. Do you not see the irony in that bullshit?
I think that your lawfare is going to be overturned because Sixth Amendment violations and the evidence.
Actually, I don't know if you're aware of this or not. Wait.
Answer my question. Do you not see the irony in that?
Stop.
I know it sounds so good to come off of your
I don't know if
lips.
you're aware of this, Hoodlum, so you're going to shut up. Trump isn't appealing. He's going to keep the conviction because he knows he can't win, and he doesn't want to waste any more money. Let's be real clear. He just didn't want to go to prison. And now that he's president, he doesn't have to worry about it. We all know he's a fucking criminal. He's been a criminal his whole fucking life. And it is what it is. He's still the president.
And that, so, you know all this money that we're finding?
That screams volumes of where the American people are and why the rest of the world doesn't want anything
all of
to
this
do with
money
us.
that we're finding for all these like Fandango programs. Wait until we find out where the money went, and wait until
really. So what? Are you upset about the $37,000 they spent on the comic book? Is that what you're talking about?
Let's wait and see.
Because you have a problem with the $600,000 he's wasting every time that plane goes up in the air.
I highly doubt that the Republicans are going to push.
You don't give a shit about that, right? You don't give a shit about that.
You know, it's all Democrats taking that money.
No, that $600,000 is because Trump wants to use the Army airplane because he wants to look
outraged.
All right, he wants
you
to.
guys think you're outraged now?
So that's
Wait
2 flights
until
a
you
day.
see who took the money.
So that's so everybody in the audience. That's 2 flights a day. That's $1.2 million that does not need to be spent. And that's every single. And again, I want to be clear. That is every single fucking day since he started doing that. So I want the American people to understand that Trump is wasting $1.2 million every single day he's president. And the Republicans don't give a shit. But they were ready to crucify Biden and Harris over spending a little bit of money.
Yep.
Thank you, Julie.
I think 20 million.
Hoodlum. You got 7.8.
I don't know. I'll tell you what you're going to need to do. I want you to come back to me in 10 days and ask that question.
The Dogman, I just want to announce for everyone the live, Hoodlum got 7.8. He's gone to the semifinals.
Dogman, have you ever considered doing a like a
what?
3 minute debate where it is like 20 minutes hoodlum, 20 minutes me, or 20 minutes you, and back and forth.
I mean, it's always a waste of time. I've tried it before. It never works out well.
Okay.
Because when you have someone like Hoodlum who's disingenuous and won't answer any of the questions,
I'm very genuine. What are you?
No, you're not.
You're as genuine as a beauty pageant.
Like what? Okay, I want you to do. I'll make it easy for you. Can you tell me? Has Trump ever lied? I want to hear you say yes. Trump has lied.
Yeah, he's lied.
All right. Can you tell me one thing that he's lied about? This is where it gets good now that he admitted that. Watch this. Can you tell me one thing that Trump lied about? Watch this. This is gonna be good. Good.
I think that he lied about shit. I think he lied about his ability to control some prices in the economy. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that's Trump's real hair?
No.
I'll take that, Hoodlum. All right, right. Obviously,
you have to appreciate his new calmed demeanor. He doesn't get excited.
He's medicated. That's his Adderall treatments, right?
He's medicated.
I think he's handling himself very presidential these days.
You do, huh? Have you not read some of the texts where he goes after half of the American population?
Here's
it is
the thing.
2025. Yeah,
if you wanted to be credible and you wanted us to respect you in any way, you would have answered that very differently, because you know as well as I do the lies that Trump has said. It's no secret. It's no secret.
So let me just say that there's a difference between politician in office standards versus somebody running a campaign. Do you realize that?
No. A lie is a lie.
Oh, so
lying is lying. Like okay. I'm not going to deny that when people campaign, they do lie, but lying is lying. There's no excuse for lying.
Okay, so when the activist candidate, which would have been Kamala, right?
No.
So that's fine.
Did I not say that right?
So what did she? No, you need to say Harris. That's fine. So what did she lie
Harris.
about? What'd you lie about?
Well, when she said that that we cannot, say that jihadists, Islamic men are terrorists, right?
You got to stop with the words. You're going to get me in trouble.
That's not politically correct.
Now you're showing how ignorant you are. You know what I expect of you in my life. T group, this and that. Well, you got to use the appropriate TikTok lingo.
Oh, we can't say okay.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. What do you mean? Oh, I don't know how many times I've told you to use T group. Like, it's not your first rodeo in my life.
It's locked in.
Hoodlum, you're really just showing your ignorance, because what you just said, Muslim faith leaders endorse Kamala. Did you know that?
Well, that's kind of interesting because she didn't get the Islamic.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, interesting indeed. She did not get the votes in Minneapolis.
What did Trump lie about, Hoodlum?
Well, did you know that Trump's father built a synagogue for Jewish people to worship in New York?
You know how much money he gave?
Because I'm pretty sure his family came from Germany and they were part of the problem with Mustache Man.
See, that's the thing. I set it up and then you just walked right into it, man. Like, what is your infatuation with this comparison?
No, what you try to do is you're trying to make it seem like that they were the... No, here, I'll tell you. Whoa, he asked me, and I made the statement. Because you try to paint a picture of how they just so supported the Jewish community and stuff, but that's not really true. Now, I'm not going to even deny that he did, they built that. But that doesn't mean that they're not racist. It doesn't mean that they didn't do horrific things during World War II. It doesn't mean that they were, sympathizers at the time for the Germans and their plight
And are you aware that they had to leave and come to America? And when they tried to go back, Germany wouldn't let them back in the country. Are you aware of that? So you got to think, how fucked up of an individual do you need to be that during, Mustache Man's time, they denied them coming back into the country?
So if we're going to talk about like
don't
30
sit here and act like, oh my God, they built this synagogue and they just love the Jewish community.
Wait a minute. No, I would like to ask you, if we're going to talk about 30s Germany, can we talk about Soros?
Actually, I was talking about 40s. But anyway, and I don't know why we want to talk about Soros. I mean, if you want to talk about, let's talk about someone that's going to be a trillionaire that's actually interfering publicly in elections all over the world. Oh, Elon.
I'm sorry, what was that thing he did on Inauguration Day? That little gesture?
You guys are grabbing.
And are you aware of the fact that Elon is not welcome in Germany? If he steps foot in Germany, they're going to take him into custody for interfering in their politics?
Yep.
Well,
he doesn't support freedom of speech.
Yeah, it's the European Union's.
He definitely doesn't support freedom of speech. Yeah. No, that would be Elon. He does not believe in freedom of speech.
He doesn't?
Oh no.
No.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So what did Twitter do then?
But why are you supporting
Twitter do?
Why are you supporting him? Like how is he going to benefit you?
He literally
Who, Elon?
He literally races accounts
did you hear him?
in
Did
X.
you hear him say that to Elon? I mean, that just validates. I'm done.
It was a question.
Come on, man. And actually, I want to meet Dax. Let me meet. We got some new people. Hey, Dax, you there? Let's get some other people. Hey, how you doing?
I'm on my phone, so it's difficult to actually bring up data.
Yeah, no worries. I don't think I've ever met you before. So real fast, how old are you, and what state or country if you're not in America?
52, California.
Oh, okay. You're in Cali. So I'm 58. I'm in Cali as well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. So feel free, jump on in. I'm sure you got something to say here in all this.
Yeah, my thing is,
Cali.
I find it interesting how aggro the Democrats have become because someone's actually looking into the books.
It's not about looking into the books. Does he have clearance? Is he in the position to do that? Like,
he already has a security clearance. All of his engineers at SpaceX have security clearances because of the ITAR regulations.
So you're telling me he has clearance to go into skiffs and look at
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
I don't know if he has SCIF. To be honest, I don't know if he has SCIF, but he has passed a background check as well as the engineers have passed a background check.
So you understand that U.S. aid, he froze all the accounts because he wanted to.
Yeah, because it's a CIA front organization.
He wanted to get into their skiff, and they said no, and then he shut them down.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
I don't know if you're aware of this. That is Congress's job, not his.
Which is Congress's job?
He wasn't
that
given
would be
access.
Congress's job to decide what goes on with U.S. aid, not Elon.
U.S. aid is part of the executive.
No. That is, listen to me. I'm telling you, there's legislation written up.
You can tell me all you want.
And that paper's all written up. That is all legal, and it's Congress's job, not his.
Wait a minute. No, Congress funds them, but it doesn't make the decision.
And I want you to be aware, this is the problem they're having right now, and this is what Trump did again. That money was allocated from a previous budget. The executive branch does not get to dictate the pocketbook and stop funds from being
around the world.
And again, that's how he got in trouble with Ukraine. That's how Trump got in trouble with Ukraine. So it's not. What
do you mean?
And to answer you, Dax.
So wait, I'm talking to Dax. So he's doing the same shit again. Like, they don't get to just say you're not going to spend that money. That money was already allocated. That money was already voted on, and the executive branch is stopping the pocketbook from doing what they've already voted on. Do you think that's okay, Dax?
When it's fraudulent payments, yes.
But you do realize he was president before, right?
Once Congress makes a decision and votes on a budget, you think the executive branch has the authority to stop them?
They have the ability to pause it while they audit.
No, false. That's how do you understand that's how he got in trouble last time? By pausing money.
Yeah, he got in trouble last time because he
withheld funds. Because he withheld funds that was already allocated and voted upon. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of that.
What makes you think he withheld the funds?
They are withholding funds.
What made you think where do you get the source that he withheld funds?
And allocated.
Where do you get the information that he withheld funds for Ukraine?
What are you talking about? He admitted it. It came out that he was said, we're going to do a little quid pro quo. He was holding the money
never
back.
admitted it.
He held the money back for 45 days. That's what he got impeached for.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck he got impeached for.
That came through a news organization funded by USAID.
For God's sake, man.
Dogman.
This is like, look, this is all settled shit from like fucking, 6 years ago.
He said Elon already had access to that. Let me correct you, Dax. He never had access to the Treasury files until he was declared a special government employee.
Right.
Yeah. I said he had security clearance. I didn't say he had access to the files.
In actually, he had clearance of certain things. He did not have clearance.
He had security clearance from his
when he was working
work with SpaceX.
He did not have clearance to go and look at highly confidential papers and go into skiffs.
Why are you worried about someone getting information?
Again, what I'm worried about is I want it to be done.
Why aren't you
I want
worried
him
about it?
to be cleared. To be able
is USAID a humanitarian organization?
No, I want you. No, listen to me. When something is classified, you don't get to supersede and do what you want. You just don't.
So we can.
Listen to me. And if he went through the proper channels,
trust the Democrats.
Man, I'm going to drop you because I'm trying to talk to somebody else. You don't know how to shut up. So Dax, if in fact he went through the proper channels and they gave him the clearance, I would be like, yeah, they got to let him in. Like, I'm not saying.
Let me explain something real quick.
I'm not saying don't let him in, but I'm saying there is a proper protocol and no one's following it anymore.
Yes, and unless that proper protocol is implemented by Congress and not regulation, if it's implemented by executive regulation.
Again, Congress is the one who see you later, Juanita. We'll have to catch up. Yeah. So I want you to just bear with me. I'm telling you that if they went through the proper procedures, I would be right there going, yep, give it to them.
What's the proper procedure?
I told you.
How is that not a regulation?
It would have been him going to Congress.
He doesn't have to go to Congress to get security clearance.
Congress is in charge of USAID.
But they don't give out security clearances.
Listen to me. They're in charge of that.
No, they're not. They're in charge of
the I'm telling you, they are. Go look up the paper.
Okay.
Congress is
look it up.
So how is it not a separate powers issue at that point?
They're going to find out
so that's one
that they party with thieves and rotten, and they're scared to find out this information. They get paranoid.
Hold on.
They don't know what else to do. They shaking like
He either
leaves.
would have said, "Yep, you have."
That's all it
No,
is.
you don't. We're going to need you to do this first, and then he either
That's
would
all
have done
it
it.
is. Y'all
or
just
he already
scared
would
out
have
y'all
had
pants, man.
right? And I think we can
all y'all
agree to
last
that,
and
right?
come out. You went for the wrong party. You don't want to admit it.
And
That's
again, just shut the fuck up, one person at a time. I'll get
I was the only one who heard him.
your ignorance in a second. Let me just talk to Dax. I talked to Hoodlum solo, and now I'm talking to Dax, and I'm trying to explain. That's all I need. Like, if Biden was president and this shit was going on, I would still be saying this. I'm an American. I'm not a Democrat going, oh, I got to go after the Republicans. He's my president. I don't want him to fail. He fails, you and I are both fucked. So I'm a moderate. I am a Democrat. I have voted across the aisle before. If I think I do what I think is best for the country, I'm not
You're
here
scared of exposure, bro.
Right. I just want you to know that, Dax. So I'm telling you, he did not go through the proper procedures, which he should have. He's just running free.
And kind of like not being qualified.
And again, I don't like that as an American. I think that can be dangerous when we start superseding the rules of engagement or whatever that is. That it happens more and more and more. And while everybody thinks it's great right now, I just want all the Republicans to remember there will be a Democratic president again. And then when the Democrats pull this shit, it's your own fucking fault.
Not if it goes anything like the DNC elections recently.
It is ignorant of you if you think there'll never be another Democratic president.
No, there'll be another Democratic president. It just won't be the Democratic Party we have now.
Maybe. And you better hope they're not worse, because the party I'm trying to build, I believe in what the Democrats are doing, but I act like a fucking Republican, and I will fuck the Republicans.
Dax, the point is,
it's
not
David,
democratic.
hold on. I want you to be aware. You're right. The Democrats that are going on right now, they're weak. But the new Democrats are coming out, and we're not weak. I am actually in the process of starting a new official political party. And if I can get these people to gain power, the Republicans better be fucking scared, because we won't play fair and we will fuck you up in order to make sure the country goes in the direction we want.
So what do you want? What's your utopia?
My utopia is, I'll tell you what it is. Everybody in America is entitled to food and water. Everybody in America is entitled to health care. Everyone in America is entitled to an education, a good education, and everyone's entitled to shelter, period.
Who pays for that?
We do. Our government will pay for that. Our large corporations can easily cover that expense. And people are too afraid to make them do it. God forbid the wealthy pay their fair share. And that's the other thing. Like
the 1% pays 42% of all federal taxes currently.
Great. But they don't pay their fair share. Like if
how do you define fair share?
I'll give you an example. If I have to pay 23%, I expect them to pay 23%.
They do. They pay more than you.
And again, you have no idea. First of all, you have no idea.
Yes, if you pull up the IRS.
What I'm trying to tell you is they have so many loopholes. I use some of them, so don't fucking tell me they don't.
Yeah, what I'd like you to do is pull up the IRS every year, publishes a report.
To sit here and say that's not what's going on is just, come on.
What they don't do is they don't pay tax on wealth.
I'm aware of how they do it. I'm aware of it, and that needs to stop. And I'll give you another example. When you have like Walmart, who makes $15.5 billion in profit, they can afford to pay a little more, and they won't even feel it.
Yep.
Pay a little more to who?
Pay a little more to our government.
Yeah, so $15 billion buys you, I believe, a day?
That's not what I'm talking about. It's
in other words, where are you going to get? So if Walmart has
fucking company. I just pointed out
one of the largest employers, one of the largest companies in the U.S.
It doesn't matter if they're the largest employer. They can fucking eat up a little bit of that money and not think twice about it.
But
let me ask you a question. It's just real simple. So would you rather make $1 million and pay zero taxes, right? Make $5 million and pay 10% tax, or make $100 million and pay 25% tax? Which one would you pick?
Obviously the 100 million, 25%.
Right. Because
when we do that
to corporations, they will feel the same way.
But the problem is corporations.
There is no problem.
Yeah, there is a problem.
No, there isn't.
$15 billion is nothing.
That's not the point. If we take, let's just say, $5 billion there and $5 billion here and $5.
Then all that. So what you're going to create is here's a. Do you know why Apple doesn't pay taxes?
And again, do you hear yourself? It's like, oh, it means nothing, so just let them keep it. If it means nothing, we should just take it.
No, because it's their property. Do you know why Apple doesn't pay taxes?
We just tax them. There's ways to make them pay.
Yeah, it's theft.
And no, it's not theft.
Because they hire. Okay,
if that's our if that's our,
it's not your money.
And if that's the price to play in America, then that's the price you pay to play. That's the price.
Yeah,
I own my own company.
So you're just a socialist then.
I own my own companies, and I knew going into it what the rules were of that game. And I said, okay, I'm going to play. Here's the money I have to pay you because I want to play. And that's what you do.
And that's what they do. They pay the tax they owe.
Again, they can either choose to leave America and not do business with America and give up, 335 million customers, which they won't do because our economy is 60% consumerism. And so we consume. And
so your concept works.
Those companies go away because they don't make any money without us.
So
it's that
why is the United States government unable to tax?
Why do you want to defend these large corporations?
Because they employ 2.2 million people.
Great, and they're not going to stop doing that. They're not.
So you're looking to get $15 billion, which isn't the problem. The problem is the United States government is spending way too much money.
That's not what I said. I didn't say take it all.
Well, it doesn't matter what you take. If you take any of it, more than you already are, it's a drop in the bucket, given that they're one of the largest employers and largest companies in the U.S.
It's ridiculous to think that. Like, oh my God,
so the top 500 companies. If you took $2 billion,
this is the problem. We have given way too much power
to corporations. And
No,
we're very
it's the exact opposite problem. The federal government has gotten way too large.
Not. You literally are afraid to take some money in taxes from them because you say they are the biggest employer. Like somehow because they are the biggest employer that they get a pass.
Dax,
Where do you
can
want
I ask you a question, Dax? Can I ask you a
You're
question?
literally saying that, Dax.
Sure.
Literally saying that.
I'm saying I prefer my assholes in business, not government.
And again, okay, that's a good one actually. But we can very easily change what's going on by going in and saying, I'm not going to spend $37,000 on these comic books. That doesn't change a fucking thing.
They're already at $1 billion a day across leases and others.
Right? We're wasting $1.2 million a day on those planes, and no one gives a shit about that. Like, why aren't you guys up?
What planes? I'm not. Is he flying to and from Mar-a-Lago or something?
No. I'm talking about the Army planes to
deport people. Yeah. That's called national security.
And again, we were doing it with the charter planes and saving 1.2 million. There's no reason to have those big Army planes and waste all that money. There's no reason for it. He is wasting $1.2 million every single day. If you went back to the charter planes, we would save $1.2 million a day in expenses. But you guys don't give a shit about that, right? Because you said national security. All of a sudden,
you also get
national security.
So you also get flight time, you get training, you get hours.
And again, do you hear yourself? You're defending him wasting $1.2 million a day.
That's if you consider. That's how much is is a charter flight dramatically cheaper?
Yeah,
possibly
dramatically cheaper. I'm telling you, it would be $1.2 million less a day if we did the charter.
So how do you get a charter flight that's secure with no, like you're basically going to get
I don't know. You might want to ask how we've been doing it the last fucking 30 years.
Yeah. How much were we spending?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We were spending $1.2 million less and using the charter planes. That's what we did.
Yeah, but we weren't deporting people at the rate we are now.
Yeah, we were. And I want you to know Reagan and Bush used those charter planes. And Bush Jr. and Obama. And Biden. And
at
Trump,
the end of the day,
and Trump the last time he was president.
At the end of the day, we're deporting a lot more people.
At the end of the day, they're wasting $1.2 million just so we can look tough. Look at those big Army planes. We're going to show you. We're going to shackle these people.
I don't really. That's $1.2 million when we currently have
every single day.
Doge has already identified over $1 billion a day in savings.
Okay, so you say.
So they say.
Yeah. All right. So they're
publishing it. They're being as transparent as they can be by publishing what they
need to see that, right? In black and white. I'm sure you're going to need to too. I'm going to see those line items. Let's see that $1 billion. Let's see it.
Okay. Search for Doge.
I've looked. It doesn't add up. That's why I'm waiting to see it official. That's why I don't know if you're aware of this. Congress said enough. They're calling Elon in. We're going to find out some shit.
Yeah, they didn't get the vote didn't pass to call him into for at least not on the. Whatever board that there was a committee meeting earlier today where the Democrats tried to vote to get him in for a subpoena and it got shot down.
So they'll probably just do it again. They're going to drag it.
But they won't be able to because they don't have a committee that they control.
But okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you have an issue with that we shouldn't be asking him questions and getting to the bottom of things?
I think he's generating a report.
Yep.
They can ask. They haven't even. There are people they can ask.
Can you tell me where? I'll look that report. Where's that report? I'll look. Where's that report?
He's been publishing every day what he's finding.
Tell me where it's at.
Dude, can you believe all the money we're spending on transgender in other countries?
I know. God.
Elon. Oh, good Lord. The guy has
we spent $37,000 on transgender comic
the Democrats
and then we spent like $1.5 million on transgender surgery for Guatemala.
Yeah, Gaza. How much? 50,
and then $400 million a year for the Pentagon and sushi.
I'm sure that's not true.
Those are art. I want
and the IRS is spending $250,000 a month on Keurig K-cups, and there's no one in the office.
Yeah. Now they are.
What's
left?
No, there will be, but
all right, listen.
We have the fundamental problem.
Dude, Elon Musk is
more
tearing
I hope you guys can afford it. I hope you guys can afford it.
ID apart.
All right.
The problem is we have a third-party payer problem.
I'm telling you this type of stuff. How about this? They are dismantling everything, right? I'm sure.
Good. I want a small government.
So I love that they got rid of the Department of Education. Right? Or they're going to be in the next couple of days. I want you to know what I get to do. The second they get rid of that, I get to like, because I own companies, I get to ask people what state they got their education in, and I can deny them a job based on what state they got their education.
Because you believe that laws
the
are
most
only
qualified. That's
No,
should
once
be
the
the
federal
most
government's
qualified.
gone, I'm entitled
You're
to
not
ask
qualified for
where
the job.
someone got their
Step down.
education, and I can determine whether or not their education was good enough to come work for me.
You can do that now.
Yeah, you could have done that yesterday, last year.
Let me explain. The Department of Education.
Not so much.
Okay, you're as old as I am.
Actually,
You're older than me.
I don't know if you're
Has
aware of
education
this.
gotten
I don't know
better
if
in
you're
your
aware
life?
of this. You actually can't ask the
So,
question.
Dogman, I want to hear you answer the question about Apple.
Actually, it would be illegal for me to
Dax asked you earlier.
It would be
It's illegal for you to ask them where they got their education.
Yeah, because then I would be discriminating against them if I didn't give them the
No.
job. I'm allowed to have them write it.
You can discriminate based on where someone's graduated.
Actually, you have when you own a company, you have to know these laws before you ask questions to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I'm a hiring man. Through my life, I've hired people and hired organizations. You can ask people where they went to school.
No, you're not supposed to ask people that.
Yeah, you can 100% ask people where they went to school and what they.
Not where they got
You
their
don't
high
have to
school.
ask them where they went to
you can ask
school.
where they went to college.
They have to list their
As an
degree.
adult. As
And
an
it
adult.
comes up when you run about.
You can ask them about their highest level of education.
Yeah.
Dogman. Hey,
we'll see.
Dogman, I have a question.
Look, I'm sitting back and I'm praying to God that Trump fixes stuff. I am. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see him going down the right path.
Why are you complaining about it when they're in there saving us?
Complaining about it. I just watched some guy go in with his own servers and a bunch of 19-year-old hackers and say, I'm getting all of them
these hackers are engineers.
Let me finish. I'm going to get everybody's personal information. You remember the shit that you guys, that they wanted to shut TikTok down about because China was going to get personal information?
They're not doing
and
that.
now Elon has everybody's personal information. Like, you guys are good with that, right?
So the people who work in the office.
You guys believe he's going to keep our shit safe, right?
Yes.
How would you know there's no checks and balances?
Yeah.
How do you know that the government? How did you know they weren't doing it already?
Because
yeah, watch.
So you either trust the lifelong, trust a lifelong bureaucrat.
Actually, I have to trust my government. Yeah, I do.
Or you have to trust the person who.
No,
okay, here's the
I don't
thing.
have to trust an independent.
Do you know how we know that Trump never went to Epstein Island?
Stole ideas and didn't invent anything and made believe he did shit and lied on his own visa. He was literally an illegal alien at one point.
Okay, he went to Canada.
And you guys don't care about any of that, but you're ready to deport people today.
Because he's a citizen now.
But they're doing the same shit he did. And you
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, he isn't.
You know how many people come in on visas and let them expire and stay?
Yes.
Right? So they are doing the same shit he's doing. But now we're going to deport those people.
Yeah.
But you didn't think, hey, let's deport Elon, right?
Well, we also didn't deport people in the 50s and 60s who did the same thing.
Deport fucking Trump's fucking wife who came in on a visa that
she was here legally.
She didn't qualify for either. No, she was here on a visa that she didn't qualify for either.
What made you think she didn't qualify for the model visa?
No, we can absolutely talk about that. I had a question for Dogman. Dogman.
Yeah.
So, have you heard about this? When people speak so rapidly and so quickly, it's because they're lying.
Right.
And I haven't heard someone speak so rapidly in a while since Dax.
Yeah, it's also because I'm smart and I've always talked fast. It's what I do.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
He's got a lot of energy.
I'm not testing your intelligence. I think you're.
I get very amped up on these things and I talk fast, and so I can mellow it out a bit and slow down.
The other thing is, you know, I don't wish bad things upon this country. Like I'm not wishing that Trump does a bad job. Like, obviously that would hurt me and
right.
all of us.
All of us, right?
Exactly.
So the rhetoric or what you're saying about like, oh, like you just do this and you just say this about Trump and this is what you wish. No, like we want the best.
I mean, I'll ask you a simple one. Are you guys okay with us occupying Gaza as Americans?
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think that was, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Okay.
But I don't have to agree with every single thing.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just trying to gauge. I mean, right. I'm not.
I think that's limited.
Right.
For me.
Yeah, I didn't.
For me,
I didn't agree with every single thing Biden did. Like, right. I mean, I don't think a president's going to come in and be, batting 1,000. Like, they're gonna do a lot of shit. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it, it's questionable. So I'm not saying.
What I'm hoping for is that owning it means leadership position and basically getting the Saudis, the Egyptians, the Lebanese, the Syrians, and the Jordanians to fucking help fix this thing.
Yeah, but
because it's not. There's no way it's going to fix itself.
Right, but I mean, you are aware that like Trump's the first president that I can think of that didn't believe in the two-state system. Like, he's like, yeah, let's.
So
why is it Jordan, Egypt? Why is Jordan and Egypt to fix it? Why is it Jordan and Egypt has to fix it? Why is their problem?
My question.
Because, Jordan and Egypt, here's the main reason. Jordan and Egypt both controlled, Egypt controlled Gaza, Jordan controlled the West Bank for well over 20 years. Between 47 and 60, I don't remember, it's 47, 48, whatever. The 40s to the 60s. It did nothing.
Right. We have 500 people in. Everybody please tap. Tapping is clapping. It's free. At least you're helping the live a little bit. Come on, guys. Just tap, tap, tap. And if you want, boom, 1 heart, 1 cent to become, so you know when I go live. That's all I'm asking.
So who won the 1967 war?
The Israelis.
Right. So then why didn't they adapt into Israel then?
Because
if you win a war, when you win a war, when you win a war like Puerto Rico or Philippines or anything, either they get independent or they become a territory or they become a state. They are neither.
I think you're misstating something.
They're not a state, they're not a territory, and they're not independent. Right, so they hold hostage to a country. They have no right to any rights. They have no right to live. They have no right to eat. No right to water without a foreign government say so.
Did Doc say that Israel didn't want Gaza? Is that what you said?
After the 1967 war, when Israel took the peninsula. They took Sinai. They were almost made it to the Suez Canal. Yeah. At the end of the war, for peace and all this other garbage, they gave back the peninsula to the Egyptians. And
the garbage has kept peace. The garbage, as you said, I offended with you said garbage. That garbage kept peace for 50 years.
I said Gaza. What are you talking about? I didn't say garbage.
You said the garbage. The Syrian garbage kept peace between Egypt and Israel. All right? If you like that much garbage, you can have a world war all to yourself. And you can go stand the front
calm
and go
down.
fight.
That is not what I meant.
Getting out of line, my friend.
Yeah,
I didn't mean. That's not what I meant.
He misspoke. It's fine. It happens.
What I'm trying to say is when they gave back the Sinai Peninsula to the Egyptians, they also wanted to give back Gaza. The Egyptians, the reason why the wall between the southern, I can't remember the name of the port, but the southern wall between Egypt and Gaza is significantly more reinforced than the Israeli wall. And the reason is the Egyptians do not want the Palestinians anywhere near their country. And the Jordanians seem to have the same feeling about the Palestinians on the West Bank. The Palestinians have had a bad habit of every time they've gone somewhere, they've instilled a bit of a revolution, and so the local powers don't want them there. It's almost like the Jews and the Palestinians have the exact same problem that nobody wants them.
No, but you're not.
So your argument is
you're not recognizing these key supply points, and the land port is the Rafah land port,
and that wall is the Egyptians have a much more. The Egyptians have actually a closed port wall with Gaza. The Israelis, prior to October 7th, 2 years ago or whatever, actually let Palestinians have work visas and work within Israel. They also provided, and here's the other thing, there's no reason why they should be providing water and electricity to the Gazans. The Gazans have gotten enough construction material over the past since 2000.
No. Okay. So I'm going to stop you right there because that's insane. So I actually lived there for a bit.
You lived in Gaza.
I lived in Israel.
Okay.
And the Palestinian people that I lived with wholeheartedly reminded me that when anything was brought into Gaza, or really just Palestine in general, there were building supplies and whatever, they would finally build their homes that they had already paid for, or pipelines or anything. And the IDF would come and they would take it from them. So how do you expect them to thrive in a place where they're constantly having their shit stolen?
It's not only that. Dak said so nicely, we give them visas to work. You know how they work? They have to go 3 crossings, which takes almost 2.5 hours to cross before they go into Israel. One way. So when they come back to Gaza, they go to another 2.5 hours of crossings. 5 hours every day just to go to work. And that's okay. It's 5 hours, big deal, right?
Well, the reason for it is they've had a bad habit of killing civilians.
Yeah. Everything's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. They have a special bad habit.
Unaliving, please.
Oh, sorry.
Unaliving?
That's all right. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. So, okay. So,
how about if I said, how do you like if I said Israel has a bad habit of unaliving Palestinian kids and the UN has reports of that? Would you like me saying that? There's unnormal number of accounts of Israeli troops unaliving Palestinian kids. Of pew-pews hitting them on the head.
Yeah.
Unusual. I mean, it could be like one could be accidental, but a few hundred all on the pew-pew on the head is not accidental.
Exactly.
At the point, I don't really get into this long discussion because this is
because you have no answer for it. That's why.
Yeah, I do have an answer for it. The answer
you don't.
Yes, I do.
There is no excuse. There is no answer you can tell me. There is no answer you can tell me that justifies pew-pewing kids on the head.
Let him answer his disgusting.
When you're over 13-year-old, if you're a 13-year-old male in Gaza, you are in Hamas at that point.
Oh my God!
There's his answer.
Disgusting. You are
it's not disgusting. What you need to look at. What you need to look at is
human fucking body.
Yeah, you said you stayed with Palestinians. Those Palestinians. If you stayed with Palestinians, those Palestinians could vote.
They incarcerated Palestinian children for throwing rocks.
Listen.
You garbage.
You know why you're hated in Ireland? Because they went through the same thing. The difference is the British never pew-pewed them for throwing stones. Okay?
Yeah, you're
right. That's only the British are just a little bit nicer than you.
That's true.
Just a little bit nicer.
The British were also. So here's the thing. The IRA.
That's why no one in Ireland. No one in Ireland, because they have gone through it. They understand what the Palestinians have gone through. No one in Ireland. Listen to your crap. You can tell all your bullshit.
Is the IRA was very.
Listen. If you're so
British soldiers, British
good, if you're so honest, if you're so innocent, why are you putting people in jail for boycotting Israel? Why is it against the law to boycott Israel? Yes, it's against the law. Yes, it is. We can boycott.
I'm not
Canada can boycott. Canada can boycott American goods. That's fine. But if Canada boycott Israel, it's against the law.
Like Trump saying the U.S.
You are attributing to me opinions that I don't have.
Wait a second. Like Trump saying the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip and we'll do a job with it too. Like he is calling for ethnic cleansing.
No, he's calling for the fact that you can't build. How are you going to build?
No,
how do you
Trump
rebuild
is
Gaza?
calling for the fact that he can go over there and make change.
He's
Do it in World War
make it better
II.
for him.
How did they do it in World War II?
He's
They moved people.
You think Gaza was just bombed up, boom doom? What do you think World War II was like? You think Germany and Japan was better off?
There weren't people. They moved people out to do the building.
When he said he wants to clean out that whole thing, that is what he's saying. This type of
He didn't
rhetoric,
say he wanted to clean out the whole thing. He said he wanted to go over there and give them a better
Yes, he did.
life.
Yes, he did. Look it up.
Lady, please get the facts.
It emphasizes the cleansing, like the ethnic cleansing. And let me tell you something. Do you know who said that last about that? It was a Serbian president and genocider.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, lady. Okay,
That's something surprising.
Okay, I don't think you need to
hold on.
recheck yourself.
Here's the problem with
Dogman's
what I'm
talking.
hearing.
Dogman's talking.
Stop. Yeah. So you guys are talking like he just wants to go over there and give them a better life.
100.
Right? Isn't that what you said? Okay, so
Pretty
let me
much.
ask you a question.
He's willing to go over there.
Okay, hold on. So why is
build and
there
have
so
some
much
waterfront
rage?
property
Hold
for
on.
him, too.
Why is there so much rage about us wanting to help transgender people to have a better life?
Dude, you're spending $50 billion on
Is it because you
condoms.
don't? Well, hold on. Is it because you don't agree with their lifestyle?
$50 billion on
Because the
condoms.
bottom line is you're saying $50 billion right now. How much is it going to cost when America goes into Gaza? Can you tell me what that that check looks like?
But what's going to happen? How
No, I
are
asked
they
you a
going to
question.
prosper
Can you tell
afterwards?
me the amount of money
Think of
Trump's
their
going to
future.
spend in Gaza?
How they'll prosper.
Can you do that?
How they'll prosper.
First of all,
Well,
where's the
go over there and make it
$50
up.
billion
Make it
Here's
better
the problem. People make statements. You're right. We can look at a number because we've already done it. But you're
Why
not
not
looking
take
at the
care-
number
get
that
to the
Trump
root cause
might
instead of
rack
sticking
up
a Band-Aid
if he
on it
goes
and
into
sending our
Gaza.
taxpayer
And that's
money
the
out all
problem.
the
Our
time.
tax dollars are going to
I'm
go
sick
into
of Band-Aids.
Gaza,
That's what Democrats
I want
do,
you to be aware of that.
Band-Aids. I want
Our
root
tax dollars
cause.
are going to be going into Gaza, but that you're okay with,
Just
right? You're okay with
like
that.
our health.
So
You know,
sweet.
sticking
Are
a
you
Band-Aid,
okay with that?
14 pills here, 14
Quit vomiting
pills there.
out your fucking mouth.
Let's get
and
to the root
listen to the
cause.
question, sweet.
Thank you, RFK.
Are you okay with us, our tax dollars, being spent in Gaza? So simple. Are you okay with that?
All of the poor
Go to sleep. Take care.
Actually, come back again.
Take care, Dogman.
It's actually nice
I
to
want
meet you,
a
man.
refund.
Phil, seriously, come back. I'd love to talk to you more. So sweet. I want to know, is it okay for our tax dollars to be spent in Gaza?
I'm done. No, it isn't.
Okay,
We the people spoke up.
But he's going to
We're
do that.
done with the way the Democrats have spun it.
What are you talking about?
That's
It's
what
not
Elon
us. It's
is
gonna be Trump.
uncovering.
It's Trump. Trump's going to be spending that money in Gaza. Did you not hear how?
Yeah, but he's gonna do it right. It's not gonna be a Band-Aid no more. No Band-Aids.
Right. So you do.
Okay,
So you
he's
are
gonna go
okay.
over there and
Okay,
make
well,
it
okay,
to
so
where
you
they
just
can
keep
handle
talking.
it.
So you
Okay?
just lied to me.
It's called a root cause.
You just lied to me because you said you're not okay with our tax dollars being spent in Gaza. Then you just said you are because it's going to be done the
Dude,
right way.
You don't listen, do you? Okay.
No, I do
You
listen.
went to school. Did
I
you
actually
listen to your teacher?
I actually listen real closely. That's the problem. You MAGAs say shit and then you don't want to admit to saying it. But I have it recorded, and I'll make a video and make a spectacle of you if you want.
You could never do that.
Okay? Because, sweet, you just said to me in two sentences,
Vote
you
it
said,
out.
No, I don't want the American tax dollars being spent in Gaza. I said, well, that's what Trump's going to be doing. You said, yeah, but he's going to be doing it right.
Yeah, he's not going to be
So-
doing it the way the Democrats
And again,
have
that's
been
still
doing it.
going to be your tax dollars being spent.
Well, that's fine because
Oh,
he's
so
going to
then-
get to
okay,
the
so then
root
you are
cause.
okay with-
It's not
then
going to
you
be
are
tons
okay.
of billions of dollars on.
So I'm going to give you one more chance because you said you weren't, and now you said you were. So are you?
You're giving me no chance.
Are you okay? Let me ask the question: are you okay with American tax dollars being spent in Gaza? Yes or no?
With a businessman doing it.
And again,
How's
that's
that?
not what I asked you. Is it? It's a yes or no?
I'm telling you, when a man that knows
It's not what I'm asking. Either you're okay with it or you're not.
And that's the question. That's the answer you're going to get.
They're going to have to go round.
I'm not going to. There's that communism and you Democrats want.
Because
no.
Your statement is subjective.
It's English. It's simple English. You ask your direct question.
Either you do think it's okay or you don't. Because for you to say if it's a good businessman, that is a subjective statement, because you might.
Okay, can I explain to you?
And I might not think it is.
Okay,
and then
you
David
want me
might
to
not
say
think,
yes or
and
no?
Paula might think yes. So it's a yes.
I'm not
or no.
okay with the way it's been spent.
And again, it's either yes or no. Are you okay with American tax dollars being spent in Gaza?
When a smart person is doing.
Look at that. This is the problem with you fucking people.
Yep.
It's a yes or no.
Handle the truth.
And again, it is a yes or no.
All are just crying.
And again.
You didn't give an answer.
It's just a yes or no.
I gave the answer I wanted to give.
Well, yeah.
Now, if you're educated enough to understand why I gave that answer, then you'd be okay.
We don't do alternative facts. We don't do feelings. I just want to know very simply, yes or no, are you okay with American tax dollars being spent in Gaza? Yes or no?
The right way.
And again, we don't know what the right way or wrong way is. So it's a yes or no thing.
Well, I know the right way.
No, actually you don't, because if you did,
I do.
You listen to me. From the sounds of you, I would be shocked if you know how to use a fucking cash register that has numbers on it.
You better learn how to get.
Right? So it's a simple yes or no. Because I'm sure when you go to McDonald's, you thank God that there's pictures of the items, so you know how to use it.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I mean,
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Again,
We won.
Actually, I don't
that.
sleep
We
at night. That's why I'm
won.
here.
You're crying.
So we'll try one last time. That's one last time.
Crying.
Okay.
That's all you're getting.
American tax
keep
dollars
wasting your breath.
Spent in Gaza. Watch this. Watch how simple this is, because I can tell you can't do this. Watch this. Hey, everybody in the comments, can you tell me yes or no?
You're a joke.
Are you okay with American tax dollars being spent in Gaza? Just a yes or no. Watch how easy this is. Watch, sweet.
No.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. See, look how easy that is. Now, how are people being able to say no or yes? Look at that. Look at that. We're like 15, 20 no's, 26
Because they
no's.
just agree with what they're
No,
told
they're
to
not
say.
agreeing with me.
That's
because
what
I don't
they've
even
been
know
doing
half
for
of these
4
people.
years.
So it's just so simple, right? Either you're okay with it or you're not. And I'm not okay with my tax dollars being spent in Gaza, okay? Because I don't want to see the Riviera.
Well, I already told you that from the beginning.
Right?
But
So-
if Trump's going to
so
go over there
see
and
how
make it
easy that
better
is? It's
for
yes or
them.
no. It's not a matter of who's going to do
agree
it
with him.
or who I
If
think
he
is
does
doing
it right,
better. It's
puts
a
it
yes or
in-
no. So here, we'll try one last time. Now that I got like 75 people that said
Now
yes
you're talking a little
so watch
Republican,
this. So
aren't
sweet.
you?
So sweet. Either it's a yes or no. Do you think that we should be
I'll
spending
go with- I told
American
you
tax
no
dollars?
Unless
Do
you
you
want
think we should be spending American tax dollars in Gaza? Yes or no?
No.
There. Okay.
You feel
That's
better
so
now.
hard. There you go. No. Okay. So Trump is going to do that. I don't think it's a good idea. He's my president too. I'm speaking up because I don't like that he's doing it. It's not like, oh, those Republicans. It's not a Republican thing because it's your tax dollars and my tax dollars. And we should be holding him accountable. Like,
but
he's
you
president.
guys are all wondering what he
He's
was
our
doing
president.
earlier.
I don't
with
think
the
he should be
conversation.
wasting $1.2 million a day on the Army planes. He should be using the charter planes and saving that money. That is money.
Okay, now there I'm going to disagree with you.
So you think we should be using those big, wasteful Army planes? And why? What is the point of those?
Okay, because it's the cartels, the Mexican mafia, the cartels
You're joking,
are very
right? So let me
dangerous.
ask you a question. How did we survive?
And we
all
got to
those
be
people?
prepared.
Wait, how did we survive all of those people the last 3 decades?
A lot of kids didn't.
No, we're talking about planes and deporting people. Not kids, none of that other shit. 'Cause I don't know if
you realize
those
this
big
is going to
army,
be the
listen to me, those
biggest
big army
deportation in
planes
history,
deporting
and
people,
cartels are
stop.
already threatening to
Those-
fight us at the
you
border.
see those planes that are deporting those people at the 1.2 million waste?
I go
They're
with
not,
whatever
those
the
planes aren't
military
saving
believes
any
they
children.
need.
I don't know if you're
No, Dogman, this misinformation. The numbers that Trump has been deporting is actually less than Trump. I mean, less than Biden.
Less than Biden. I know this.
Yeah, he's not sending. He's not sending more than
worst
Biden.
of the worst.
He is not sending more people than Biden.
Guys, really quick.
We are going after cartels that are
No,
killing
actually,
our
we're not. I don't know if you're aware of this. So wait,
Use my
sweet.
language.
Stop, sweet. I'm talking about deporting people. Those planes aren't going after anybody. What they're doing is they're putting people that we're deporting from our country in these big, expensive army planes. They're flying them down to Colombia and saying, okay, thanks, take it easy, and then they fly back.
Colombia is sitting in their own planes.
That's all they're doing.
Colombia said they're sitting in their own planes.
No, that's not what happened with Colombia. That is absolutely false.
Oh, no, that's truth.
No.
When they caved, they said, we'll sit in our own
It's
planes.
so bizarre that how can we fucking both be living in the same country looking at the same facts?
Yeah.
Because they only want to hear. They only want to hear what favors
Are
them.
you trying
That's all
to
they
tell
wanna
me
hear.
that the Mexican president didn't put 10,000 troops at the border there?
I'll tell you. Oh.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Are you aware of the fact that deal was made?
When she
with Biden?
came Colombia,
Are you
said,
aware? Wait. Are you
You're
aware
not
that
listening.
that
You
was
have to
made
talk.
with
The truth.
Biden
Okay,
way before
let me
Trump
remind
was
you.
president? That's like unbelievable. Like Biden made that deal.
Biden made that deal in May. They ignored Biden until Trump
I actually think it's
said,
smart.
You
that
better
Mexico
release our
put those
hostages,
troops
and
there
boom.
because they're now protecting themselves. So when
They
our
even
troops
said it
fuck up
over there.
and go into
It was
Mexico, they can
Trump.
defend their country.
Sweet Pea, when the president, when the Mexican president, when the Mexican president announced it, everybody was laughing. Everybody was laughing in the press conference because they knew how the Mexican president played Trump. That's how laughable it is.
Okay, how did the Mexican
Everybody was
president play
laughing. Everybody's laughing at Trump. You go anywhere in the world, they know how easy to play Trump. Just
That's
tell
what
him what
you
he
want
wants
the
to hear.
American people to
Just
believe.
tell him what he. You just
He's
tell him
got
what he
more
has to hear,
respect than
and he'll back
any
out.
president.
You just
He's
tell
got
him what
way
he
more
knows.
respect than Biden
Literally,
ever
people
had.
think we're a joke.
Are you living abroad? Can you hear the people laughing at you in Canada and Mexico?
Right.
They're laughing at you.
Listen, are you aware of the fact that the reason why Trudeau came down to Mar-a-Lago is because Trump is not allowed in Canada? Are you aware of that?
Yes, because he's a felon.
Trump is not allowed in Canada.
Because he has a felony. Felons can't go to their country.
Listen to me. He is not allowed in 37 countries around the world because he's a convicted felon. It'd be 38, but America.
China.
Oh, I'm sure
He
he's
can't even go to
appealing
China because he's a felon.
Right.
I'm sure he's a. Now, are you going to tell me too, like a lot of Democrats, that he was a convicted felon before he was sentenced?
Yes, because I know for a fact he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not a convicted felon until after you're sentenced.
Really? I want
No,
you
it doesn't work that way.
Look at that. Look at that.
Stop. I want you to tell
Look
me
it up.
what law book I can go. Where's
Look,
the
just
penal code?
look it
Tell
up.
me what it is and I'll
I
look it
work for
up.
the federal
I
government.
know
Go to
for a
Please
fact.
look it up.
I have lawyers.
.gov.
I actually have a lawyer who works in New York City who said,
you can't see my hand.
you are convicted the second that verdict comes in.
Really?
May
Yo,
I?
yeah.
Yes.
You are not a convicted felon
Positively.
until you are sentenced.
I just love Americans' information. Everywhere in the world.
It's
there
the
is-
truth.
Maybe in China, or India.
What the
Wow, you guys are
Only maybe in
stupid. You guys just want to believe what they tell you.
I want to believe.
one
I know for a
question?
fact that once you walk out of that court that day, you are convicted or you're innocent. They either say innocent or guilty.
Hissing contest.
But you're not a convicted felon until you're
Sweet pea.
sentenced.
Sweet pea. Sweet
fuck's
pea.
sake.
May I? I have one very simple question for you.
You can give me any question you want.
Okay. Thank you, baby. So, would you let a person held civilly liable of grape into our country?
No, I wouldn't. But Donald Trump never raped anyone.
Oh,
Great. That word.
You guys want to believe that woman came out
Well,
how
let me
many
ask you a
years
question.
later?
Okay, wait. Here's a better one.
Come
you are,
on.
wait. You are
You cannot
aware.
say
wait,
that word.
Oh my
You
God!
are aware.
So you're already
Stop.
convicted
Stop.
of rape.
Stop.
You gotta say
Again.
something.
First of all, stop
Ma'am,
using that word.
don't
Everyone
use
be
that
quiet.
word one more
Everyone
time.
be quiet. Stop using that word. You either say rape or SA. Number two. So 28 women came forward. So you want to tell me 28 women are lying? Is that what you're going to say?
I want to hear you tell me.
I'm a woman.
I want you to tell me that all 28 women lied, including one of those 28 is his ex-wife.
And he had physical. Then they had physical evidence that he denied his DNA for.
Look at what he's married to. You think he would have raped that woman?
Sweet pea. Wait. You made a statement.
Only thing you know is you hate Trump.
No. You made a statement. You made a statement. You said all women love money. My mother came from a billionaire family, and she.
Hold on. Let me read this.
When someone gets rich, women.
Let me read this real fast.
So don't say every woman.
Let me read this, guys. Let me read this. A person's conviction goes into effect after a defendant is found guilty at trial or pleads guilty.
In effect, but are they convicted?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
They gotta be sentenced to be convicted.
No, here's the thing. Let me tell you something.
Look it up again, bro. Look it up again. It's real simple. You are not a convicted felon until you're.
Let me tell you something, Sweet Pea.
I know. I work for the DOJ. Okay.
He just told you 28.
You work for the DOJ, and you don't know
100%. I do.
28.
Part of the problem, right here.
28.
I work for the Department of Interior for 28.
Wait. Quiet, everyone. Silent.
What the fuck?
I asked one question. And if you know this question, I know you are working the DOJ.
It's the law.
Let me ask you this one question. All right?
Okay,
you work for the DOJ. You work for the DOJ.
I'm not even done.
I know, but she made a claim. So
okay,
years I did. And then I switched to.
Wait, no, we're going to listen. I'll mute you because I want everybody. We got 520. I want everybody to hear this.
It's a big deal. You think I'm scared, dude? I'm MAGA.
And I didn't say scared. I just want you to stop. I want you to stop acting like a complete fucking moron and be quiet so I can read this. It says a conviction occurs when a jury finds a defendant guilty or when they enter a guilty plea. The judge will then hold a sentencing hearing to determine the appropriate punishment based on the crime and the defendant's circumstances.
You're not looking it up right.
Oh my God!
Oh, there he goes.
Once the sentence the conviction is considered final and the penalties associated with it can begin to take effect. Pretty fucking straight. What do you mean? How can I be looking it up wrong?
Okay, give me 5 seconds. I'm going to show you. And then you're going to bring me up on the big screen, okay? You're going to bring...
Actually, I'm not going to put you on the big screen.
We're going to bring the facts up on your big screen.
Actually, if anybody has any last words, I have some other people I'm going to
let because you want to boot me out because you know I know the facts.
Because I have to be up in 4 hours.
Let me bring it up on your big screen. Let me show everyone.
Can I ask my question, Dogman?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I didn't think so. You guys
talk her up.
Just give me one question.
I want to meet Bree, who has been so eloquently quiet through this whole fucking thing, and I didn't.
She left.
Yeah,
I didn't answer the question. A simple question, just one question. Yes or no?
Okay, let me meet Bree.
Can I get into your DMs a little bit? No, Patriot. I was just letting her know.
Okay, yeah. So hey, Bree, are you there? Hello. I mean, sometimes people fall asleep. That's why they don't say anything.
I'm sorry, Paulo. I didn't hear what you said.
You said that Paulo said that she's going to send you some things in your DMs.
Oh.
Someone claims that works in the DOJ and they don't even know a simple question. I was going to ask a very simple question. It was yes or no.
That's crazy. Dude, it took me 20 minutes to get a no out of her about money in Gaza after. And I want to thank you very much in the comments of making the point and participating because I kind of helped drives the point home. Look how easy it is to say yes or no. Like, it's unbelievable. It's like pulling teeth to get these fuckers to admit to anything. First we had Hoodlum, oh no, no, he lied. It wasn't an embellishment. Yeah, it's like, for fuck's sake.
It's just really disgusting.
It's crazy. Hey, Magic, how you doing?
Hey, I didn't want to interrupt. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I only got on here like a short while ago, so I'm not sure what the topic is. So I don't want to interrupt, but I wanted to, if I could, speak about immigration.
Sure. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
good.
so just to give you a little bit of background, I immigrated here from Canada in 2008. I live in the U.S. in Texas. Super happy to be here. And if I could, because I'm on a green card, took us 15 years to get that. If I could, I would have voted Trump.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And why would you have?
So because, well, there are several reasons. Mostly when we moved here in 2008, Obama took over, which was fine. We supported that and it was all good. However, it really delayed our green card process. So our entire family, our immigration process was delayed.
Okay, so let me ask you a question real fast.
Yes,
so
sure.
What do you think the green card process is now with what they're doing?
What do you mean now?
Under Trump.
Okay, so, well, luckily, it's a lot faster because of, okay, well, I'll have to backtrack a little bit just to explain what happened with the delay. There was a lot of government shutdowns during that process. So during the Obama administration, it was actually pretty okay. And then Trump came in and then we kind of like, okay, we were like doing really well. And then Biden came in and it just kind of hit a halt, sadly.
Would that have had anything to do with the pandemic?
Well, yes and no.
Really?
Only
Because Article 42 shut the border down because of Congress.
No, it doesn't have anything to do
there
with
are people
Article-
that have been waiting 15 to 20 years
Yeah.
to have
So-
this happen. So it doesn't reflect a president.
Wait.
That's right. That's right.
That's
right. It took us 15 years just to get the green card application done.
Has there any laws changed under Biden?
Yes.
What law changed under Biden that affected you?
Okay, so I guess I should not say any specific laws changed, but because of some of the bills that were passed, some of it were...
Bill, if it's passed, that's a law.
Okay,
Yes, so
you're
which
right.
bill are you talking about?
Yeah, what laws?
you know what? I would have to. I'm not going to tell you that I know exactly what bill was passed, but because of our immigration lawyers, we do know that we were put on a backlog because they had to sort of fast track a lot of other cases. And when I say cases, I mean people that were coming in here seeking asylum. So we then had to be put on a backlog because of it. Yes, we absolutely do have that paperwork.
We know the system's
that's your claim. I don't believe that's a fact.
Okay, well, I'm not even going to go.
well,
I'm going to say
you can say that, but I do have
listen to me.
that
We do know
paperwork.
that the system. Listen to me. We do know that the system is flawed and needs to be fixed, number one.
Yes.
Number two, I think kind of what happened with your immigration status to become American citizens probably is kind of the same thing when you're sitting in ER, that they prioritize more serious situations over situations that aren't as serious. And even though you guys were looking to become
And it doesn't
American,
matter how much
you were
money
living-
you
hold on.
pay into it. Yes.
You were living, right. You were living in America already. They knew you were safe and they were like, we got to make sure these people that are coming in seeking asylum who might be saying, hey, they're unaliving my family members, they might have taken precedent. Wouldn't you
Yes,
agree?
and you're probably correct about that. The problem is there was not enough people in HR, right, as you just
Oh, well, I
stated,
understand that, right. I understand that,
to cover these cases. And so what happens is these people that are coming in here the way I did had to pay an exuberant amount of money in government fees. So, for example, my family, in those 15 years, we had to pay over $70,000 in just government fees.
Right, but
that
you know
does
why?
not,
I'm
that
going to
does
tell you,
not
that is
cover
because of
legal
Republicans.
fees.
That's because of Republicans.
Nope.
Oh,
no,
positively is. You want to know why?
Because we
It is.
got
Let me
in
explain to you
under
why.
Biden.
No, let me explain to you why. I can tell you why.
Well, no, I can tell you
What
why
they did
because
is
I'm the
they
one that went
passed
through the
buck-
process.
No, they passed the buck onto you guys because they. Oh yeah, because they didn't want to put it in the budget and
because
spend.
these
No,
were
you
fees that
gotta
were
listen.
paid way before
Listen,
that.
I'll let you. Yeah, and I was quiet. Now I'm trying to tell you something.
Okay, but be
So you
kind,
should
though.
listen
You
for
don't
a
have
second.
to be rude.
I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to just tell
Okay,
you.
good.
But I want you to know that's what you're doing, so I want you to stop that.
Okay.
Well, I'm not doing anything. You're the one that's saying yeah.
I'm trying to talk, and you continue to talk. I let you talk without talking over.
Just be kind. Just be kind.
Fair enough. So I want you to be aware. This is what exactly went on. The expense was passed on to you and your family and people like you, because the government did not want to add any extra money to the budget in order to cover the expense themselves. We have tried. We have tried multiple times. So I've lived in America since 1966.
Okay, but we'll back up a little bit, though.
Okay, wait. Let me finish. And in all those years, we have never seen our government invest the proper amount into the system so that we can get things caught up. So every year, the wait gets longer and longer because they
Got
can't
it.
keep up.
So why does that fall onto people who are doing it through due process?
Because that's what our government, and that would be Republicans as well, have decided. Like, if it didn't get voted on, it wouldn't have happened. Now, you have to understand, I want you to know that although I'm a Democrat, I know Republicans and Democrats like the system the way it is. And they like it this way for a few reasons. One, they get people like you and your family to pay those fees, and they get to keep people who they know they'd kick out of the country much quicker to stay here and stimulate what they're doing. Last year, undocumented immigrants invested $508 billion into federal revenue. And they also—
isn't that corruption?
Of course it is. That's both sides. That's Democrats and Republicans. You bet it is.
But why would it be
They are
okay
literally
then?
exploiting immigrants. And I'm a Democrat, and I'm telling you, this is the reality. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to, I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm here to talk facts.
Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
Magic, you said you're Canadian,
I'm sure
right?
You weren't prepared for me to be so honest, right?
Yeah,
No,
Magic,
I
you said
don't think that
you're
it's-
Canadian, right?
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
Canadian.
I have to respond to one person at a time.
Yeah, let me talk to her for a second. Yeah, so I just want you to be aware of that. They like the system the way it is because then we get the cheap labor. We get all that money that they pay in taxes that they can't claim back. They also put money into our Social Security system. And then after
So what cheap
6,
labor
7,
do you
8, 10
mean?
years,
Because
then
we're
we kick 'em
skipping
out.
topics here.
No. You were talking about why you pay so much. And I'm telling you, it's because the Democrats and the Republicans like the system the way it is. And you said, why is that? So I explained to you why that is. They like the system the way it is because we're able to exploit all of that money that helps our government, and we don't have to give a penny of it back to those immigrants. And then at the end of it, we wind up kicking 9 out of 10 of those people out of the country. So the reason why we can charge you what we're charging you is because we can. And if you want to be an American, you have to pay, or it's too bad, because we can't get our Democrats or our Republicans to get together and say, we need to fast track people to citizenship. We have to streamline it so we can get it done. And so people who come here with nothing don't have to work year after year after year to give our government money just so they can become an American. We didn't used to do that. Back in the day when my grandparents came, they went to Ellis Island, they signed their name, and that was it.
Yeah.
Welcome to America. Now all of a sudden, everybody's a criminal and national security, and that's bullshit. Like, I live in California. I see immigrants.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
But I see immigrants coming to my state
get it now.
every single day. Every single day.
Yeah.
Don't say you get it.
No, I do. I get it. Well,
But I want you to know, I live in California now. I've lived in many places. I've lived in many places in this country. I don't take insult by that. I understand.
But what's the problem with me saying that I get it? I agreed with him. What's the problem?
The thing is, when you say please be kind.
Yes. I was kind. He made his point, and I said I get it. What is the problem?
Yeah. Play dumb. It's okay. Play dumb.
It does not matter, guys.
When you say please be kind, that is such irony.
It's okay.
It's irony because let me tell you something. Trump has authorized us to go into safe places.
Let me hear it from you.
Trump has authorized to go into safe places, hospitals, schools, churches. So when you say, please be kind, no.
Well, what's wrong with me saying please be kind?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, she just look.
I don't understand where this went wrong.
We can be respectful.
Well, exactly, and I've been very respectful.
We're fine. Look. So I just want you to be aware that I've seen, as I was growing up, I saw.
I will let the
I saw
people
Reagan.
decide that.
I saw Bush, and there were Republicans talking about the importance of immigration and how we have to make sure we continue to have it come in and how we have to make it better. Okay, so it was never an issue with immigration until Trump. Trump had to find a villain. He chose to use immigration. It's an easy target, and people buy into it because people love to think, and I'm not saying you personally, but people like to have excuses why their life isn't as great as they thought it was going to be.
A common enemy.
Right, and so we're going to villainize people who they don't realize their great-grandparents are those people. Someday those are going to be somebody's great-grandparents, and people don't get that. We have to embrace these people. We need to vet them, and if they need to go, we should remove them. I have no problem with deporting people that shouldn't be here. But I also...
But not in schools.
No. What? I don't see why they shouldn't go to school.
Well, no, someone said that here. Sorry.
I did say that. And let me tell you something. I totally agree. I totally agree with deporting undocumented
Well, it's not even that. People who deserve, no, it's not even undocumented. No, you're saying it wrong.
I'm talking about criminals.
Listen to me. It's not that they're undocumented. We need to deport people that don't belong in our country after they're vetted.
You said you agree to go into schools. I don't. I think there are safe places for a reason.
Oh, I think that.
But if they're here illegally,
I believe that undocumented children should be able to go to school like anybody else. Period.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Period. There's no excuse for not giving them an education.
I don't think I should be able to go into schools.
What do you mean? Oh, ICE. You said, yeah, I agree. ICE should not be walking into a school.
That's what she was asking you about.
Yeah, that they shouldn't do. I think that's wrong. You don't go after children. That's
if they're part of a family,
I haven't found many 6, 7-year-old gang members. All right.
This is like a new issue for everyone here, but like that has been happening in my town.
Yeah, I know. And I've heard about it. And I think it's ridiculous that that's how punitive that Trump and his administration want to be. They want to go after children. They want what they want to do. They want children. And I want you to think about this. No. Well, let me finish. I want you to think about this. ICE goes in to a school and walks into a 2nd grade or 3rd grade class.
Yep.
Snatches a couple of kids. Now, that's all fine and dandy. Now, I want you to tell me what you think the psyche of all those American children are from watching little Jimmy, who was my best friend, taken away and never comes back again.
Then you just don't come here illegally.
And again, no, that's not what I said. I talked about the American child.
Yep, that's what I mean.
So
then you
my
teach your
child
children,
is sitting in a classroom.
Little Jimmy shouldn't come here illegally.
So you'd be okay with your child being...
If their parents came here illegally, then yes, the entire family needs to go.
Magic, stop. Do you have kids?
Yes, absolutely I do.
You would be okay with your kids being traumatized that way?
Why? Well, first of all, I would never put them in a position to be traumatized that way.
So your kids don't go to school?
These parents,
stop, everybody. Everyone else shut the fuck up.
Then exactly. They should absolutely
I want to ask
be
you a
deported.
question. So do your kids go to school?
My kids are adults.
Okay, when they were young, did they go to school?
Well, of course they did.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When your kids went to school, did you know every child in that classroom? Did you know if they were documented or undocumented?
I would have to say absolutely not.
That's right. So imagine if ICE walked into that classroom and snatched a kid out. You don't think your child would be traumatized by that?
So if for some reason that were to happen, I would have to have that conversation with my child, and I would have to explain to them that their family was here illegally, and therefore they could not stay in this country.
And so it'd be okay for a child to be snatched by a police officer or something.
So when you say snatched,
that's snatched. If some guy that nobody knows
I'm in Texas, and it has happened here in Texas, and they are not snatched.
And that child never comes back.
See, you're spreading disinformation.
That would
you have to be
snatched.
very careful with that.
Dogman, stop the nonsense.
You see why I called her out on her conduct?
Stop the nonsense. And I want you to think about this.
Your kids who are
Well,
adults.
see, that's the difference. I do think about it.
Stop. I want you to be aware of this. Your kids that are now adults are probably going to have kids, and your grandkids might have to go through that. And you're okay with that?
No, because we're all good here.
No, exactly.
What do you mean you're all good there? You honestly think that
exactly why I called you out.
We didn't commit an.
So you believe that where you live, there's not one single undocumented person. That's what you honestly believe. Now, if you want to talk about white tea woman privilege, that.
This is over talking. Everyone's not over talking. She's over talking over and over again.
Come on, guys, keep tapping. Come on, I got almost 600 people in here. I need everybody to tap for the next 2 minutes. Tapping is clapping. Come on, guys, that's free. Tap right here. Come on, guys, tap for me, please.
Of kindness.
Magic.
This is exactly why I called her out on her statement of kindness. Because you know what? Regardless, children are innocent, and we have
this is something that surprises you. Get ready.
Wow.
Continue talking as a person.
How did you lose your empathy, Magic?
Yeah. You know what? This is the thing. I do have empathy, but what I realize here is what you guys don't have.
Well, then those parents shouldn't.
No, what you guys don't have is understanding. You don't have understanding of the process. You clearly don't have understanding of the rules and regulations.
Okay. No. Dogman. Since she said that, I want. She has gone through it. She knows everything.
I'm giving everybody 5 more minutes, and then I gotta go.
I do know quite a bit. Go ahead.
All right. Listen, I'm talking. I kept quiet this whole time. Please,
David.
Please.
I'll be quiet. I've had it. I can't believe this shit. Holy
Magic.
It doesn't take much to get him triggered.
David, can you please?
Holy shit.
No, I cannot. I'm the mod over here. I had enough of you telling me to keep quiet.
Okay, go. What? I literally just told you to be quiet, but I live in a border town.
When Indian comes to America and applies for a green card
from India,
how long when an Indian comes to America and applies for a green card, how long does it take to get their green card?
It's about 20 to 25 years.
No, it's 101 years.
No, because I
101 years.
Indians. That's not true.
If they come today,
this is hilarious. Stop spreading misinformation.
If they came today,
they have a priority
the backlog
date.
Is 101 years.
That is incorrect, sir. What is your priority date?
What do you mean priority date? Do you think I want to live in this damn country?
No, when you come into the country, and apply for. Hang on. Whoa. I'll speak about what's something I'm capable of speaking of. When you come in here and you apply for a visa, you are given a priority date from India, correct?
Okay, for let's argument's sake, let's agree. Let's argument's sake, let's say 25 years, just to cut the chase because Dogman doesn't have time.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's say it's 25 years.
Let's say
I will end the line.
Exactly what I said.
A couple comes in with a 2-year-old child. Okay. Yep. Right? They turn 18. What happens to them? It's 25 years. They haven't got the green card yet. What happens to them when they're 18?
They age out.
And they age out. And you think that's okay?
That happened to my child.
So that's okay.
It is what it is. It's the American. It's the rules and regulations.
She almost said it's the American dream. That almost came out of your mouth.
No, I didn't say American dream. I said it's the American rule and regulation.
Holy shit!
Don't put words into my mouth. You see, this is where you all get it twisted, and that's the problem.
You have such white privilege. It's unreal.
Oh, white privilege. Here comes the racism.
You do.
Here comes the racism. Here we go. So Democrats call us racist, but let's hear the discrimination.
This is from another white woman.
Let's hear it.
Let me tell you something, Magic Marka.
Somebody hurt you, girl.
No, this is a woman.
Oh yeah, you are very hurt. I'm sorry. Whatever you went through, I'm so sorry for you.
No, you don't need to be sorry for me because you don't have.
No, you've got to move on because you are clearly.
You're pathetic. You're
Here
pathetic white woman. That's off her white privilege.
Come on.
Here's the thing. You need to take it down a notch, little lady.
I don't want
You need to calm it down a little bit. Only for dogs, and that is it.
Look at this.
Yeah,
sheet.
you need to take it down.
Not for you and your little white privilege.
Take it down a little bit.
No, you don't get to tell me or
I can
anybody
tell you
here
whatever I
what to
want.
do.
What, you're capable of saying it, right?
I didn't tell you to take it down.
Yeah,
What are you telling me to do?
Here's the
I'm
thing.
telling you,
Magic
you're a little
Martha,
white privileged
Magic
girl.
Martha.
Exactly.
Shut up.
So don't.
Shut
don't
up,
do that.
Magic
You don't have
Martha.
a right to do that.
You
That's
don't-
the
you don't get
problem.
to-
What happened
this
to
is the
you?
thing
What
where
happened
left.
to you
You
that
think
you
that you
have
have
no
the right to
empathy
do
for
all of
anybody?
this, right? You have the right to
Did
tell
you get
everybody how
irritated
to
when somebody was
feel,
speaking
how
Spanish and you were
everybody's gonna
wondering,
do,
oh, were they
what they're gonna
talking about
do,
me?
how they're gonna
Were they
do
talking
it.
about me?
It doesn't work
did
that
somebody
way.
that was
Nobody's
speaking Spanish
listening to
around you bother you?
You're muted.
No,
you don't,
I'm not
you don't
muted.
get to come on here and
Sorry.
say be kind, and then you just are an asshole.
Exactly. That was my point, and no one
No,
here was kind.
that's you.
Everyone
That's
here
you.
was so angry from the get-go because they just
you.
wanted to go for
You're
the juggler.
fake.
You guys
No,
don't get it.
because
It's
you got
not gonna
white
happen.
privilege. You see, I
Keep-
know what my
keep
white
hating.
privilege is.
Magic
Keep
Martha,
hating.
you're
I
fake.
know what my white privilege is.
Keep hating. Keep
You're
hating. See
fake.
where that gets you.
All right, guys. So listen. Let's
Keep
pick this-
hating.
Love you,
let's pick
Dogman.
this back up in a few hours, but I have to get some sleep. I have to be up at 6
Oh,
a.m.
so
to
do
do
I.
it.
This has been
Love you,
This
Dogman.
has been great.
Thank you for letting me express that.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm here 7 days a week, and we can pick up. Oh, it's she rant. We can pick up where we left off. I want to thank everybody that was in the live tonight. Actually, it was a great live. Everybody, it was a little crazy, but a lot of productivity as well. I like the panel that I've been getting the last few nights. If anybody wants to heart me or hit a couple times before I go, but it was a great live. I will be back. I will be back probably within 12 hours at this rate. So, and then we'll do another one. We'll probably do another late night one as well. So, but I want to thank everyone so much for participating. It wouldn't be such a great live without the panel and even the people in the comments. So anyway, I love everyone, and I will see everyone this afternoon. Bye, everyone.
All right. Good night.
Take it easy.
Appreciate you, Dogman. Thank you.